Hey everyone, Sigil here. So the Beastlords were added to Project Quarm a little bit early. Normally they wouldn't be in game until the Shadows of Luklin expansion, and we are here in Kunark still. And I know Wreck-It Rogue started a series playing a Barbarian Beastlord, series he's calling Northbound. You can check it out on his channel. So what does Northbound mean? It means that he is required to stay in Hallis, Everfrost, Blackburrow, and Permafrost on his leveling journey. So it's kind of a region-locked challenge for that character, Destin. And we got to talking and had the idea that I could do a parallel series as an ogre or a troll, one of the evil races, and see how far I can get by region locking one of those characters. So I opted for troll and decided to make him into a swamp monster. So here we are with the swamp monster challenge with our troll Beastlord Greench, and he is a fine-looking specimen of a troll. So what are the rules for the swamp monster challenge? All right, number one, no leaving the swamp. That's most important. That's the region lock. So we are staying in Grobb, the Innothule swamp, and upper or lower Guck. That's it. That's all the zones we can level in with this character. We'll see how far we can get. We can use any resources or things within those zones. The exception would be if we had a Beastlord specific classed quest that required us to leave the swamp for a short period of time. We could go out, complete that quest, and come right back in. So everything we get must be obtained within the swamp unless it's a Beastlord specific quest. Rule number two, we're going to stay in character when dealing with people in-game, in text, when we're chatting within the game. If you've ever seen in any of the various videos out there, when I play Crushdom, I stay in character as an ogre the whole time that I chat in text. The character voice in these videos is going to be optional, but I would imagine it will likely develop over time as I play more and more, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to commit to doing a character voice for a longer play type of series. All right, rule number three, no high-end gifts. So level appropriate gifts are fine. I know the Project Quarm community, the Everquest community in general, is very giving and very kind, and they often will present you with gifts, whether they know you or not. So level appropriate gifts, that's fine. The exceptions that I will make are probably for swamp-themed or swamp-adjacent items. You know, if someone brings me gator scale sleeves at level 1, then that's very cool. Like gator scale, very swamp themed. We'll go ahead and use those. But generally, if someone gives me a higher end item or something that is really a game changer at a certain level and needs to be, I should probably wait a few levels before I use it. I would likely just bank that and maybe use it later. And that's it so far. So we'll see how things develop if I have to make more rules or more decisions based on what happens in the game. But for now, the goal is to get out there, stay in the swamp, and be a swamp monster, you know, a swamp spirit, and live out there in the swamp. So I did consider self-found for this as well, but I really like interacting with people, and I didn't want to limit that. Social sandbox type MMOs like this are one of the biggest draws for me, are interacting with people. So making myself self-found and kind of cutting myself off from the others within the game is not something I'm really interested in doing. All right, so let's get it started. So as always, so all I've done with Greench so far is I logged him in and set up his UI. It's very similar. If you've watched any of my other videos, this is the same UI setup I use on most of my characters. This is the Nillipus UI with Zeal, and that's all I have set up here. So as always, with every character, it starts with a letter, a tattered note. I love when you have the more intelligent races, you get this long note talking about this whole story. And this one just says, give note, Gardunk. Gardunk teach you befriend beast. Gardunk make strong. Well, Greench want be strong, so let's do it. And they're going to give me a dagger. Maybe I'll test it out real quick, but I think we're just going to use these big old troll meat hooks over here to smash some things. And it looks like I have a tome of Order and Discord. Okay, so I don't want to be player versus player, so I will likely bank that. And then we also have a Malin's Magical Concoction, which is, I believe, 6 charges of Experience Potion. I'd made this character a couple weeks ago, I'd have 24 charges, but that's fine. We're not too worried about the experience portion. So it's going to be plus 50% experience for an hour for each charge. So it's 6 free hours of plus 50% experience. We will definitely be saving that for some of the harder levels to come. And I've got my food and drink. This is all we have to start. So I don't know Grobb very well. I have not ever leveled a troll. This would be my first troll. And I don't know Grobb very well. I've been there with Crushed Him. I've passed through with other characters to do things back in the day, but this is not a place I'm real familiar with. So I'm going to be hailing everybody and looking around at all the vendors and see what everybody has going on. Let's see. Regna here's offering us. He likes it. Can you help? He can help. If I can type. We hear orcs nearby are trouble. The word from Neriak is they wants us to kill them before they organize. Okay. Scared of us. Bring me a deathfish / belt. Okay, so if I find a death fist / belt, not likely to find one here in the swamp, unfortunately, but he does have a quest. So let's see where we need to go here. So we got some Froglock prisoners. Bashers won't have quests for us. This is a troll sauna, it looks like. Maybe you can get up on one of these and sit in the sauna if you want to get a little sweat going. You can see that definitely trolls work out. I'm going to get my camera at a good angle here out of the door. There we go. Yeah, just enjoying that sauna. Whew. A little sweat. Get my sweat on. Let's move out here. What's this way? We are going down. Oh. Well, that looks hot. Is that lava or is that like boiling blood in there? Got Caglari. Not a vendor. Magic power. Greench wish. Magic power. That with a J? Yes. Good. Go magic skill. Oh, he wants tadpole flesh and bone chips. Keep that in mind. Always someplace to turn in bone chips. Down here we've got a vendor who is selling, looks like shaman spells. Okay. Oh, there's Gardunk right there. That's the guy we're looking for. How do we get maybe up this way? The starting room? Okay, so it's just out the other side of our starting room to get to Gardunk. He is a skill trainer. We'll want to throw one into sense heading here real quick. Let's turn in our letter. Our first quest is completed. He says, you go see Garg. He's got work for you. Okay, I did not see Garg. Oh, and he gave me a shirt. I did not see Garg on our way through. A molding tunic. That's great. What is it? Just 2 AC made for Beastlords. Okay. Oops. Nope, don't give it to him. My mouse went crazy there. I am going to go ahead and throw the dagger on for now, but I think we're going to test it and probably find that our fists are going to be better. Our hand-to-hand is going to be better to start. I think I didn't set up... Yeah, let me set up my keybind real quick for... I want sense heading. I always set up sense heading, so whenever I turn to the right, it also attempts sense heading, so it skills up that way. With that in mind, we'll actually go ahead and find all of our keys here real quick. Put slam up here. Sense heading here. And we'll throw bind wound out here. The sense heading, I will set up a hotkey for my UI. Not UI. hot button zero. I think this is 0. I will also set as my right turn key because you can double bind keys in Everquest. There we go. Now every time I turn to the right or strafe to the right, I don't actually set up turn keys. I use the mouse to turn. With Zeal, it sets up the mouse look really well for you. So, but every time I strafe, go to the right, get a little sense heading. Okay, this is going to take us back down to Boiling Blood Room. Got a door. Goes even further down. Asher. Ah, here's outside. All right, we've got people all over the place. We're gonna click on everybody. These are spell vendors. We don't need spells yet. We don't get spells on a Beastlord until level 9. So we are reliant on our own fists until level 9, which is where we will get some spells as well as our first pet. And I believe our pet is an alligator. Exciting for a swamp monster. All right, these guys are all spell vendors. Hailing them. Nothing, getting nothing back. More spells. Likely Shaman and Beastlord spells here. Lower level Shaman spells. Spirit of Sharik is our first pet. Once we get there. So this is the guy we want at the when we get our when we get level 9. Harbor. What's he saying? Away from Carver Cagrek you get. Me's a busy troll. Must punish enemies. Grobb and feeds trolls aplenty. Trolls complain and meat's no good. Complains they want some special bread. They says they hears ogres have special meat which tastes better than prisoners of Grobb. You know the name of this meat? What kind of meat that be? Dwarf meat. That meat is dwarf meat. Oh, he doesn't want to hear it. All around Grobb there are dwarves being cooked. I'm assuming that's the meat they have. I don't know. I just know that from playing Crushed Him. All right. Oh, Garg, this is the guy that we were asked to go find. But let's check all these guys. Okay. Got vendors. Like items for brewing. And then we've got... These are some Beastlord spells. Okay. And Garg. Hail him. Are you a friend of Gardunk? Greench. Be friend of Gardunk. That good. He tell me's you was coming. Me's learn you to fight like alligator. Perfect. The old swamp monster fighting like an alligator. Dominate through fear. That's what we do. Strike fear into the heart of enemies. You ready to start? Oh yeah, Greench. Ready? Start. Good. We start easy. Little Froggy's a good place. They are enemies. You go to the swamp. You kill the tadpoles. Bring me 4 pieces of froglock tadpole flesh. Strip the flesh from our enemies. That your first task. Okay, so he wants 4 pieces of froglock tadpole flesh. So we'll be looking for froglock tadpoles. Right on, Garg. We'll get on it. What we're going to want to do, we don't have a lot of inventory space to start. So what we're going to want to do is stick to things that have stacking loot for now. Whether it's bone chips or anytime we see skeletons, we're going to want to kill them. Skeletons have a chance to drop armor, drop weapons. So we're looking for stacking items. So if we're going to kill spiders, then we'll just stay with spiders. If we're going to kill snakes, we'll stay with snakes, that kind of thing. Obviously, we're looking for 4 pieces of tadpole flesh. So we will take that into consideration while we're looking. I'm not going to roam all of Grobb right now, but this is tailoring here, so we want to do some tailoring. I think the best we can do, being that we are in the swamp, is spider silk, which means we can make cloth. There are spiders in the swamp, if I remember, or I hope there are. But there aren't going to be any wolves or bears. And we're not heading over into the Fear-Rot where we could get those things, although perhaps at some point we make an exception for that if it comes down to, really, or at least the eastern edge of Fear-Rot, because we could get in there and get the the gator scale sleeves and leggings also from the alligators there. But I don't want to make any exceptions. I would like to stick with the plan, although you could arguably the Fearout is also a swamp related or swamp adjacent zone. But we are far from making that decision at this point. Yeah, vendors. So these are cloth. They are selling for 3 gold. I think we're gonna have to fill some. I think we're gonna have to fill some of our slots with crafted cloth. I know the Beastlords have a few pieces of armor that they can get from starter quests, so we will work on those. And as we go, we'll look into crafting some of the cloth pieces. What I'll probably do is look up before I craft any cloth pieces. I might take a look at what all the Beastlords can get through their starter quests, through their class quests here in the beginning, so that we're not doubling up on things. I don't want too many spoilers, though. I haven't played a Beastlord ever, and I haven't played a Troll ever, so I want to kind of learn all of this without doing spending a lot of time in the Project Quarm database interface or P99 wiki or anything like that. If we get stuck somewhere, though, we won't spend too much time banging our heads against it. Like all armor vendors. All right, here we've got some large leather for a couple of platinum. So this kind of thing might be an option later. If we can't craft it, we can farm up enough money to buy the things needed to craft, or the pieces themselves. So we always have that option. Might mean we're a little behind on armor for a given level, but that's fine. It's part of the challenge. See, these guys don't have any quests. We're going to keep heading out. Oh, got a ogre friend dead over here. The Bashy place. Nice. Alright, this is our front door vendor. Is what it looks like there. So I think this is the way out. Ooh, it's been a while since I've been here, but yeah, this would be the way out over here. There are some people here. Here's Baba's warder. So it looks like Baba is a Beastlord as well. Someone's fighting the guards. We trolls don't mind if they're fighting our guards, they're weeding out the weak. We only want the strong. What's Hergor got for me? What you wants? Me great master of the bashers. Me tinks yous must be looking for training. Yous look like a weakling. Oh, helps Hergor get fatter. Greench. Want. Who helps Hergor get fatter. Yous make a good choice. Me never gets enough to eat. Eats more, gets stronger. Me always say use goes and speaks with Carver Cagrek, who we talked to a little bit ago. Hergor wants his fungus dung pie. Okay, so we'll go back to Cagrek and say Hergor wants his fungus dung pie. What I want to try to find, what I'm looking for, is a vendor that sells bags so we can see what we need to earn to get some bags, because the sooner... There's a backpack, but that's going to be 7 gold for a backpack, but we can likely get a large bag instead from someone. But what we'll be looking for is someone who sells bags so we can get a couple. We can expand our inventory space so we don't have to come back as often to sell. Like a bar. Some kind of Gunthax Belch. Or Bitch. I can't tell. I'm say Belch. What's we got here? Drinks. Very nice. Probably drinks on Gartonka as well. Oh, no. Brewery. We got some brewery. And here's a brewery setup. Oh, the good stuff. Like a Airbnb. You come in, you rent a couple of beds, you got some drawers, and All the good stuff up on the wall. Very nice. For a little vacation night in Grobb. The swampiest of destinations. Here we go. This is the guy I wanted. What's this guy's name? Graktak. The back of the tavern. So we are probably going to want large bags, which would be 3 gold. Small bags are 2 gold. Yeah, I might as well get the large bags. So it's 7 gold for a backpack, but we can get a couple of large bags for 3 gold each. So all we need to get is about 6 or 7 gold, and we can up our inventory space considerably. And that'll let us do a lot more hunting. And what about a bank? I think the bank is decently close to the entryway. But that doesn't help me at all. I just still don't know where it is. What is going on? This is horrifying. For the dwarves. This just looks like lunch for the swamp monster. Grab some of them. Swamp monster hungry. We'll just leave, go out of here. Brutal. Actually, it might be fun to roleplay a troll at one point who's like horrified by all that stuff. But not today. The Greench is a swamp monster. He'll eat that meat. Takes what he needs. Where was that frag, whatever his name was? Right there. Kagrek. Hello, Kagrek. What were we supposed to say to him? It was roll back. We look at so many vendors. Hergor wants his fungus dung pie. Ugh, sounds delicious. Hergor wants his fungus dung pie. What do you think of that? Oh no, him wants another one? Me just made one for him. Use goes to swamp and gets carve a Kagrek 4 spore mushrooms. Be carefuls. They easy to bash, but sometimes yous bash them too good and they falls apart. Get me 4 and I can make pie. Okay. Fungus dung pie, so we've got to go bash some mushrooms, but not too hard that they fall apart. I guess that's kind of explaining the why they don't drop every time. We hit them too hard and they fall apart. All right, I'm going to go to the map here and see if I turn on. Is there a banker near us? What I really want to know. Doesn't look like it. I see alchemy. First bank of Grobb is up ahead and right of where I am now. I don't want to rely on the map too much. I want to kind of learn the landmarks as we go. But again, I also don't want to be stuck for too long chasing my tail. Look at that wiggle. Waggle, wiggle, wiggle. This looks like the first bank of Grobb. Found it. All right, for now, I'm going to put in here my experience potion and my PvP book. We'll just give ourselves a little bit more room. Okay, so it's right behind Kagrek, just up this little hill. Easy, easy. We need to kill fungus men. I know there's like little tiny fungus guys in the swamp. I haven't really hunted them before. And I think there's some big ones too, but they're going to be out of our league for a couple levels probably. I went totally the wrong way. Right. We will head out into the swamp. Start this swamp monster journey. Ah, there's Baba. Baba Yaga. Another swamp witch. Yeah, this guy's dead in the wall. They hit him so hard he's stuck in the wall. Poor Basher. Oh, he's got loot on him. Shield. Necklace. Earring. Oh. Why not? We'll take that stuff. So we got an ear or a necklace, which is +5 hit points. Great. Random loot. The +5 hit point necklace. That's a great thing to start us off with. An earring that's just an earring. And we have a rune of sorcery, which will sell for some money. Hey, it's a loot from the swamp. That makes it a loot that we can take. We'll try to loot the rest. Well, I suppose that's almost a kickstart to the whole thing, because now I can actually go back and sell those things and probably grab some bags. I don't think I'm going to want the shield on my arm here, because I want to be able to... Oh, maybe I do actually. I don't think we get dual wield until later. Yeah, level 17 we get dual wield. So, well, maybe I will keep the shield for now. The bag person was back here in the back of the tavern. On Dex Bilch. I was not expecting to start off with just looting a bunch of guard corpses, but it does fall within the rules. If it's in the swamp, we can loot it. So I'm just going to sell all these off. This sells for a whole platinum. That's crazy. And the shield. We're kickstarting with some platinum here. That necklace is just wild. There's straight from the guard level +5 hit points. That's, I mean, we had 30 total, so 35 that's huge. With that, maybe we'll just take that opportunity to grab some backpacks instead of large bags. So I will buy 4 backpacks. I did put my starting stats into wisdom. I think we'll find we're plenty strong for the things we want to do. And wisdom later, we're gonna be doing a lot of casting, healing our pet, healing ourselves, buffing ourselves. And I think wisdom is going to have a bigger payoff in the long run as far as what's useful. So I did go with that for now. Well, heck, actually, with that start, we might as well just go ahead and just get all the backpacks. We'll leave 2 open spots there if we need to swap out weapons and stuff like that. Well, that's a wild start. A wild start. I thought we were going to do a lot of dipping into the swamp and running back over here as we needed to sell things, but with that start, we actually can spend a lot of time out there until we get overloaded. All right, we've been at it for a little while. I keep wanting to, for some reason, take that turn and go that way. Eventually, one of these times I'll remember it's not that way. I need to use Baba's corpse here as a reminder of which way to go, right? There's Utak, so that's that vendor by the door, so we'll kind of remember which way to go here. And out this way. More bashers. I mean, I could just hang out here all day, looting these basher corpses and selling the stuff, but I think that's not the way I want to go with this. Don't get me wrong, if we come back through and there's more corpses to loot, I will be looting them. All right, we are off into the swamp. Got a shield. At least till we get dual wield or some kind of, maybe if we get like a 2-handed crack staff or some kind of weapon that makes sense, we'll grab it. Use guard in the swamp. Gotta kill some things. Okay, let's see. I think spiders, well, we know we need the tadpoles, so a lot of snakes. We might just start with snakes. Snakes, rats, a kobold is, I need to set my, let me reset my con key. I reset all of my keybinds recently, so I have to fix them all. All consider. It just sets it to one of my mouse buttons. Okay, so kobolds or any humanoids are good, and skeletons are amongst those. So we're going to want to get this skeleton. Alright, we are going to have to turn off combat music. I think there's a command for it. Yep, combat music is now off. So after this one, it will silence itself. With that reset of everything, I forgot how loud the combat music actually is in the game, so I have turned it off. You can see I did the combat music off. And we're getting some buffs. Here to the speed of the Chassar. Very nice. Cheer at this guy. Yim Jim. Well, I tried to cheer at him, but he had run off already. A lot of trolls out here today. What's going on? Everybody's wanting to be a troll. That's awesome. I think we're going to just go ahead and start with the snakes while we chase the things that we are looking for. Alright, dagger. I am piercing for 2 damage. And 6 damage. Using my slam as well, which will just do 1 point. Fine at this. Alright, I also want to turn on target ring, enable. See how big of a target ring. That's fine. I guess with these bags, I don't need to be too discriminate about what I fight. I want to go out a little bit and kind of stay in the water a little bit. I attack from the water. Swamp monster. And we will keep our eyes open for those froglock tads. I think they're a little further out. They may come in this close, but I know you can get them like if you go out to like the next island. Alright, so we've got some good data here. Let's see. We've got piercing 4. Looks like 6 is kind of our max for piercing. I want to open all my bags. Organize them a little bit. I'm gonna unequip the dagger for the moment. See what I can punch for. Go ahead and change this a little bit. A little closer to him. Go. We can even put some kind of graphic on it if we want. Yeah, see, at the beginning of the game, if you didn't have any bags or you hadn't been able to loot guards randomly and get a bunch of money and buy some big bags, you'd have to really, decide if you're going to kill rats, you'd want to stick with rats, so all their stuff will stack. Oh, there's a fungus guy. I wonder if he can drop the fungus stuff that we need. Find out. I tell he's like stuck on the tree. What can I... So I'm punching for 8. So I am out damaging that dagger already. Oh, there's a frog lock tad. We need one of those too. Yeah, this guy's an even con. We'll finish him first. Beastlord feels strong. I know I have the 3 extra hit points, and now I've got some buffs too, but feeling pretty good. Normally, even con, you'd kind of feel like you're going to take even more damage. I don't want that tad to get away, though. Grab him. Go back to fighting the fungus guy. Good old early game Everquest combat. Nice and slow. You watch your enemy gain life as they're healing ticks while you're missing with your 0 skill attacks. I actually don't know if these spore guys drop what I need for that quest. I know that there are some higher level ones further in. So it might be one of those things that we need to get the higher level ones. Alright, now let's get this tadpole here. Saw a skeleton also, which oh yeah, here's a higher level one here. One of the bigger spore guardians. Yeah, he's red. We won't be going for that yet. That's gonna have to be something we get a little later on. You also want to make sure you're not killing these things as they... Oh my goodness, my swimming is so slow. And so you also have to make sure you're not killing these things while they're up in the trees, or you might have looting problems. Oh, we can't have this. The swamp monster has to be able to swim. Hey, we've got an armor piece. Awesome. All right, we're gonna move by swimming for a little while and get some skill. Swamp monster's got to be a fast swimmer. Can't be stuck going slow in the swamp. The water's part of the swamp. Why can't I attack that guy? There we go. The rats. Got a froglock tad over there. Get rid of the skeleton real quick. We have bone chips for that quest guy or for selling if we get enough of them. But the big thing is we can get upgrades or we can get items from skeletons. So low-level skeletons, always the right thing to fight. Starting out. Alright, here we go. Froglock tadpole flesh. So we need 4 of those for our first Beastlord quest. And we're going to just rapidly zoom our way over to this decaying skeleton. Come on, Greench. Getting those gains, though. Look at 5, 6. We'll get there. Oh, he's going to slowly walk away. Because we're such slow swimmers. Alright, we got him. Punch him with that meaty fist. Look at that thing. It's just a big old... That fist is as big as his entire upper body. Smash him. Slam him with our little junky little shield. Actually, I have no idea how junky it is. What actually is the shield? Round shield. Hey, 6 AC. That's huge. What an interesting start. I thought for sure we're gonna my first mission out here was gonna be come out, kill everything, make enough money to get a bag so I could come back out. And here we are, we've already got our full complement of backpacks. Alright, level 2. Got a full complement of backpacks already. Another skeleton. Maybe whenever Greench rests, he needs to rest near the water. Kind of absorb the energy of the swamp to heal him up. You can make up some amusing rules like that along the way. I'm trying to keep my eye open for the froglock tads because I really want to find out what that quest gets us. I'm guessing it's armor or something for the Beastlord. Once we learn that, it'd be great, but I don't want to just run by everything. So we're just gonna go on the murder spree. Establish some dominance over the swamp creatures. It's our swamp, right? Swamp monster. Oh my god. Look at that rat zooming. He's coming back. We're at 10 swimming now, though. Eventually, we'll be flying through this water. Oh, it must be a lore item yet. The alligator over there. Alligators as friends. Ooh, that's a red snake. We don't want to fight that one. Maybe we're getting out a little too far. 13 swimming. If I can catch this rat. Oh, there's a frog-lock tad. Just what we were looking for. You see here, there's a 56 Beastlord looking for groups, so I think just recently the max level went up to 60 for Beastlords. They were kind of releasing them a little bit at a time. And there's some NPCs giving quests and telling some story in game as to why that is. Pretty neat idea though. It doesn't break the game for this era to have the Beastlords, but it introduces something kind of new and fun. Hey, we got some pants. Right on. And another frog-like skin. Perfect. And we keep swimming. 14. We'll get up on land over here. I want to reassess where I am at the moment. Where we need to go. We're kind of getting out of there was a lot of mobs all together there, so we're kind of getting away from that. I want to get back into those areas. Some high density. Fractured. I'll allow it. He can be in my swamp. Oh, there's a frog-lock tad. Let's get that. Nice. So we need 4, and we've got, this will be, if he drops one, it'll be 3. No drops. Kill everything around us for a couple minutes. What are we looking at for inventory? Not so bad. Yeah, those fists are hitting pretty hard. I think that was a good choice to put away the dagger. Nice of them to offer, but I don't think we're going to need it. Oh, we've got 2 frog-lock tabs right here. Yeah, I know that if this is the quest that gives us a bracer, we can actually get 2 of the Beastlord bracer. They're not lore. So we would actually need 8 of these total. I don't know that this is the quest that gives the bracer though, so I'm going to, as soon as I get 4, I'm going to turn them in and see what they are. And then if it's the bracer, I'll come out and get 4 more and see what the next quest is. Each of the Beastlords has a different set of items that they have to collect to do their armor and weapon quests. We do get some kind of claws. Okay, that's 4. Awesome. We do get some kind of claws from the quest chain, I believe. I don't know at what level that's possible, but with that, I'm hoping that those are a magic weapon, because there's always inevitably something you run into Everquest where you need a magic weapon to hit something. And I'm thinking that's our fastest way to get a magic weapon. Are you a vendor by chance? Not a vendor. Okay. Otherwise, we might be looking at, like, not until we get into Guck will we even have the opportunity to pick up some kind of magic weapon. Nice thing is, I think we can do the entrance to Guck even around, like, level 10. Maybe even at level 9 when we get our pet. We'll kind of assess once we get there. Outside of Guck, I guess, but within the Innothule, but still might be worthwhile. Like, Baba Yaga's not killing out here anymore, so no more free stuff. Oh, I spoke too soon. We've got dead guards. Basher, you need to stop this maniac. So we'll go to... Actually, let's go talk to our guy first. Oh, where was that? Cross the bridge. Nope, this is how you get to the tavern. That's the way out. Back this way? This looks familiar. Maybe one more. It was in that, yeah, it's this area with a ton of guys in it. He's over here. All right, Garg. Just double check with him. He says 4 pieces of froglock tadpole flesh. Let's do that. Get him all of them. He gave us Dark One's Bracer, which is 3 AC, 2 hit points. Excellent. And it's the Bracer quest, so we'll be looking for 4 more of those Froglock Tadpole skins. Throw that on there for now. Is it a visible item? Oh, it is. Yeah, nothing major. We'll have to see it in some better lighting, but it is a visible item, which is super cool. I want to double check. Oh, he's not a trainer. I want to double check with the trainer real quick when I get dual wield. If it's something I already have, I don't want to be using the shield. I'm pretty sure it's like 17 though. Yeah, I want to go over here. Gardunk. Bro. What's up? Me, Swamp Monster. Dual wield 17. Yeah, okay. So yeah, probably worthwhile just keeping the shield on my arm for now. A little bit more AC and slamming with it. This guy still wants his mushroom people stuff. Go out here. And I went the wrong way, but who do we have here? Dual crafting? Okay. You know, I've always got to get it wrong a few times before I actually sort out where to go. Okay, so it's kind of where Kagruk is facing. Back out to this area. Down here. That goes deeper in, that's right. Okay, got it. My first instinct was that it wasn't down here, based on where we've been so far, but I got drawn in that direction. Here we go, this is our spot. There's Utak, and we're headed on out. We'll see if we can loot these real quick, and we'll sell off the extra stuff we have. Oh, these have actual weapons. So whoever's killing these guys is doing it just for faction or for just for experience. Got the same necklace we have? Yeah. Those Beastlords, we don't want to use swords or anything, so let's sell off a bunch of stuff. Void Ray wants to make a tray. We will sell... We don't want to sell bone chips. I'm kind of stick them down in the corner here. We'll get rid of our starter dagger. I'm not going to use it. Right, you can't drop it, so I'll destroy it. All right. And we'll get back in talking to Utak. All right, we are filthy rich for our level, for sure. That is one of the advantages. So with Crushed in my head, kind of the same thing happened where people were always killing the guards in Ogok. So when I'd come through, they'd often leave a lot of fine steel on the guards because they were looking for experience or they were all full up, didn't want to leave to sell and wanted to kill a few more. And I would just end up chasing behind them, looting for a while. That added up pretty quickly. Makes it nice when it comes time to buy all your spells and stuff. You're not having that struggle. And it's not like a direct gift or something. It's just a body you find on the ground that nobody's looting. So there we go. Not taking anything away from anybody, and it's something that's in my swamp. Maybe that guy's going to fight some guards. Although right now we're not in the need of money. We are in the need of skins. Oh, I didn't even look at what the... I turned... Oh, man. Rewind. We need to go back. Back it up, boys. Beep. Beep. 15 swimming. Get in there. We have to go back. So I got the bracer, and I know that I want a second bracer, which means I'm going to want more of those Froglock Tad skins. But I also did not check what the next quest is. So he's going to have a next quest for us, and he probably gave me the starter words for it, and then hopefully I can get back far enough to figure out what those starter words are. Let's see. Yeah, learn about the animals. So we need to get back in there and see what the next quest is. Sounds like we're going to get a quest to kill some animals. I wonder if it's alligators. No, because he says he's going to teach me to fight like an alligator, so... It could be that he wants me to fight the alligators and learn something, or if it's going to be... I'm trying to think of what other animals are out there. Learn about the animals. Let's make our way back over here. What is this thing? Visibility versus animals? Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, let's run our way back up. Starting to remember a little bit how to get here. Arg. Learn about the animals. That's something. We start with the rat. You go and kill rats. Tear the rat apart and bring me a giant rat ear and a giant rat pelt. So we need the giant rats. Rat ear, rat pelt. Okay. We're going to do that, but we're also going to go for those Froglock Tads and see what we can get from them. Or no, I know what we're going to get from them. We're going to go for the Froglock Tads to get their skins so we can get the bracer. And now we're also going for giant rat pelts and ears. Ear and pelt. The giant rats, we have large rats right up in the front that we've already been fighting. The giant rats are a little further out. I don't know what level they are, but we'll make our way out there and see if we get in too much. We might want to push through to level 3 first. But if we can swim a couple islands out and on the swamp, teach them who the swamp monster is, we may do so. I love the look of this troll. Ridiculous. He's going to look awesome in some armor. Swamp-related armor. Ideally. We're going to hit the swim again, see if we can get up. We're already way faster. 15. We're only skill 15, and so much better than I was when we first started out. Found a spot where we can touch the ground with this. That's large rats, snakes. Here's a Froglock Tad. We'll get the... Oh, 2 of them. Awesome. Yeah, punch him. Wait, it says Pierce. Oh, one of the things I looted was a fine steel dagger. Off one of those corpses, and I'm using it to stab. I want to get back to punching. Give him the business. Bonk him. Yeah, bonk. The way he swings just like he's giving him a big old bonk right on the melon. Bonk him. Right on. These are still a good experience, and taking a shot at getting a second bracer. We do have a cloth bracer right now, but if we can get another bracer in that spot that has extra stats on it, that's amazing. So okay, still see large rats. We may have to go out even a little bit further. This guy's blue, so that's all right. We'll kind of go straight north to the next island out. What we don't want to do is get to where it's a lot of those big mushroom guys, because they will still rock our world. I don't know how many of them are out here. I haven't, like I said, haven't leveled through here, but I was starting to see them when we were swimming out here before. First person to swim up. I started seeing them when we were swimming out here before, and the couple we saw were red. So I don't want to get too into that. We will get our worlds rocked. So fungus spore is okay, but the big fungi man, that guy, the trackers, that's red. Well, yeah, we do need these little fungus spores though. Get this guy. We got to make some fungus dung pie or whatever it was. Gross. Got to try to keep track of all the different quest items you might need out here. He's up in the tree right now. I'm gonna wait for him to come down off the tree. I want to kill him accidentally and not be able to loot. Oh, is this what we needed? Yeah, spore mushroom. Nice, we got one. I think we needed 4 of them. Yeah, so that guy is going to be too strong for us. But what I'm trying to find out is, yeah, this is what I was worried about. We're gonna get over our heads out here at level 2. What I'm trying to find is, do we see? Looks like we just had a respawn of a bunch of things, but do we see giant rats yet? I know they're going to be a little ways away from start, but I'm not sure how far away that is. I feel like we could fight this kobold. He's even level, and humanoids give good loots. We're going to kill plenty of these guys in our career. Kobolds and froglocks. That's what the Swamp Monster Challenge is all about. Look at this guy. Hit him with that meat fist. Oh yeah. The way he swings, it'd be cool to have like a big stick. We're gonna need one of you guys to drop us a big stick. This island here doesn't have... what are you? Giant rat. Okay, this is what we need. Might be our spot then. I don't see those big mushroom men, but there's some things appropriate level for us here. Even the giant rat is yellow, but I think we've got a couple of cool items now with the shield, with plus hit points on our necklace, and the plus hit points on our bracer that we just got. That we just quested for. It'll take us a while to kill this guy, but I think we might be able to do it. If not, the other option is kind of go back near where we first came out, into the lesser swamp. Dip down in the swamp there and just kill everything that comes through. Greench is hungry. Eat all the things. Swamp monster. Yeah, this is close. This is close. Oh, he's gonna get us. He's gonna get us. Oh, I got him to run. That's just luck. Another good hit. He would have had us low enough that he wouldn't have run. I just got to stay on him. Can't let him heal back up. Comes back at me, he can kill me. Get in there, Greench. Bonk that guy. Bonk him again. Harder. He's out swimming us. I'm barely keeping up. Got him. So okay, that's just a piece of rat fur, and we need a giant rat pelt, which is going to be the nicer version of that. Got here. Oh, frog lock. I'm going to have to heal up before I take on another yellow con creature. We're only level 2. Right, I think what we're going to do is head back towards beginning. South of here. We'll head back towards the beginning, and we'll get to 3. We'll just push through to level 3. That'll make coming out here a little easier. We can just kind of pick a spot, and then we can fight the frog locks. We can fight all the different things that come through. Take down some giant rats. Guys, he a large rat? Giant rat. Okay. We will go after that guy, though. Got some health back. Oh, he's yellow, and we're... Yeah, okay. Sticking with the plan. We're gonna go get level 3 first. Giant rats are a bit of a challenge at this point. Alright, we're back towards the entrance here, and I see a couple of froglock tads. We're going to try to round them up real quick. Don't want that other bracer, and that's something we can work on while we're also getting to level 3 here. This guy. I want this guy too. Alright, I've got 3 froglock tads and a decaying skeleton. Let's knock down this decaying skeleton so he doesn't kill our tad. Then we'll kill him. Oh, that skeleton didn't drop anything. I guess because he was fighting this tad. I wonder if this one will drop. Okay, looks like it's still lootable. That's good. Maybe that tad had done enough damage to him. Nice, he even had one of the skins we need. Always looting in the middle of combat. That's me. Lots of large rats, but not the giant rats we need yet. So we'll get that level 3 and head back out there. We should be able to take out those giant rats, no problem. Show them who the swamp monster is. My swamp. Yeah, we're just killing everything. Goal is level 3. See tads, we'll chase them. Otherwise, rats will do. There's a tad. Get him engaged with us while we kill this rat. Still hitting for 8. Yep, still hitting for 8. Wondering as our skill goes up, how high we can get those hits. Nice, another one. And a netted choker, which is AC1, but we have the necklace from the guards, so we'll just stick with that. A giant rat. Oh, he's yellow. We'll wait. Actually, not a terrible starting area. There's a pretty high density of mobs. Nothing seems... I guess if you had 2 tads together, they do assist. They are social. Other than that, not much seems social. We've been able to just kind of pull what we want and fight with things walking right through us. So I know skeletons are aggro, so when he comes by, he'll jump us. But we want to fight the skeletons anyway. So yeah, we've done a lot of starter zones. If you see my choosing an alt series, I've done a lot of different starter zones for varying characters, varying races. Got a pretty good experience of them at this point. In fact, all the I have most of, I shouldn't say all of, I have most of what's left in the bracket for the choosing an alt series already. I've already captured the recording for level 1 through 5. I've been through a lot of those starter zones too. Those need to get the time to edit them. Get them out there in the world. Get him, Greench. Oh, these rats. Good eating. Get some rats. That. Fake. I don't know how much editing I'm going to do on these videos. My initial intention was kind of just to do it as if I were doing like a live stream. The advantage of a true live stream, though, is that you actually have an audience to bounce off of, or you know, hopefully you have at least one person interested in watching, and you can kind of add some back and forth, or you can pull in a friend or something. But with this, I'm just recording it myself. So I may do some editing because there's definitely going to be some quiet parts where I'm not going to have a lot to say. But I'll check it out after the recording and kind of decide how I want to present it. Alternatively, I could do a combination of... I've never done a live session on any of the things I've done so far, so it would be a first to go live and see if I get... maybe make a couple of my friends come watch me, so at least I have someone to chat with, and if anybody else is interested, but it's something I'll have to explore later. But I could do a combination, do some live gameplay as well as, and record that, as well as this what I would call slightly more curated, where I have the opportunity to edit out things if I want. What does that put us at for skins? That's 3, so one more we can go get our other bracer. But the advantage to not doing as much editing is just the speed of turnaround. I could get videos out faster, just showing the gameplay, showing it with quiet spots where I'm just playing through, showing it with parts I'm talking, you know, and just churn out the videos a little quicker in the series versus having to do editing, which ends up requiring, you know, several rewatches as you go through and adjust things or change things. So I'll have to see. Again, I'm gonna watch it myself and see if it's worthwhile to edit it all. I'll see. We'll see if any of you want to come visit my swamp. It's a beautiful place this time of year. Hot, muggy, damp, just like a swamp should be. There it is. That's 4 skins. Let's... Oh, that's 4 skins. I didn't like the way that sounded when it actually said it out loud. We have 4 of the skins that we need for our quest. So we will go and turn that in. And I think at that point, I'm going to take a short break. Fight this kobold first. Even con. Our hand-to-hand skill just went up to 11. Still hitting for 8 right now. I want to keep an eye on that and see what I can get up to. Yeah, let's go turn this in. Let's grab our second bracer. I'll take a short break and then get back to it. Sell off stuff that we have. I have 2 Dark Ones bracers, which are another 3 AC, 2 hit points, and this one's only 1 AC, so you get some gains there, some more AC, some more health. Excellent start. Going to the swamp. Alright, we made it back. We are at Garg. Get what he's... Oh, actually, I don't need to know the keyword. I just need to give him the skins. That is great. Grab one at a time. Roll. Turn them in. Hopefully he gives us a second bracer. There we go. Second bracer. We've got another Dark Ones bracer. We'll swap that out with this cloth bracer here, and we will be better off. And so far for a second quest, we haven't actually gotten any of the things. Oh, actually, I think it was rat ears was one of the things. Let's see. He wants to learn about the animals. You fighting them, tearing them apart. You ready to learn about the animals? I am. Oh, I'm not targeting him. Okay. Say the Greench ready to learn about the animal. You need a giant rat ear and giant rat pelt. I think we just have regular rat ear. Yeah. Okay, so we still need giant stuff. The plan's going to be run back out, and we will get our way to... Did it again. Went the wrong way again. Plan's going to be to run back out, and then we will get our way to level 3, and we'll go take on some giant rats. Get that knocked out. See what kind of armor we get. What we get for turning in the next quest. Hoping it's another piece of armor. Be cool. Continue on with the Swamp Monster Challenge. Alright, here we are, back with the Swamp Monster here in Innothule Swamp. Working on Greench. We are still level 2. It has been a few days, actually, since I first started this video and started this character. Some real-life things taking precedence over the gaming. But we're back. We're going to make some progress. Pushing forward our region-locked Beastlord. And actually, I forget what I was chasing. So we were after the Beastlord armor quests. We had made 1 bracer, 2 bracers, so we don't need the froglock skins anymore. And I think we were chasing after giant rats, so we needed, I think it was giant rat ears and giant rat pelt. Not the rat fur, but the giant rat pelts. And we are going to get back out there after these things. There was also a quest to get these ore mushrooms from the little spore guys, or the big spore guys probably. And we'll keep working on that. And of course, just trying to get some experience. We did get lucky previously, which you already know because it's just been a small pause for you guys. And we're able to loot some guards that were being killed inside of Grobb and make some platinum. Ooh, the skeleton's got a weapon on him. Let's see if we can get that weapon from him. So what I want to do here is I want to get out here and find an island or, an area where I can pull the giant rats. Although I think we went out a little ways and looked, and it was getting pretty rough out there at level 2. So I pulled myself back in here closer to the starting area, or closer to the zone line for Grobb, to push my way up to level 3 before going out there. So we'll work on level 3 real quick. And then head back out there looking for giant rats. Of course, we'll keep our eye open. Giant rats do wander in this far. They're just not as plentiful. I think on my last route around Innothule, I did find that there were some giant rats kind of west of the entryway. If we pull up the map here, kind of over the west here. So I'm going to kind of follow this edge of the zone line a little bit and see if maybe there's a nice place to find those rats. Of course, even if not, we can get them out there on the... Oh, I stopped targeting this guy. That's the problem. If not, we can even get them out there on the island just farther out to the north. But we'll see what we find out here to the west. More bone chips. We do have there is a quest in there if we want to turn in some bone chips. Actually, I think it was bone chips and the froglock hides or skins. The tadpole hides. So I think maybe we do want to fight a couple more of those. If we can, I think we can get 2. I think it's 2 bone chips, 2 froglock skins. I might be wrong on that, so we'll gather up what we can and give it a look. So we won't avoid the froglock tads. We'll see if we can pick them up anyway. Well, I came out here to the west to see if I can find giant rats, and I'm not finding anything. It's empty. They must see me coming. Hiding from the swamp monster. Greench. Greench. Need some enemies. Yeah, coming over here might just not be the right thing to do. But we'll just kind of circle around the edge of the map. And once we see some giant rats, we'll kind of pinpoint where that is. And that'll be our target area when we come back out here. This is pretty crazy, though. I'm not seeing anything over here. There's no life in this corner of the swamp. Oh, we got something. A little underwater hut here. That's one of those red snakes. We don't want that guy. Like a boat. Oh, a little underwater boat with a house on it. Don't see anything in it. A little more swimming practice, though. Good. It's good. Still very slow. Just that snake out here. Kind of cut across. Yeah, I think the best bet is just stay right near this entrance here to Grobb. I can put the labels. Oops. The labels on. So right near this entrance here to Grobb where we started has a lot of low-level mobs that'll get us to level 3. Another one of those boats. Little house on them. See if anything's going on in there. Nope, nothing in there. There's a giant rat. It is yellow, but we're full health. We'll give it a shot. Oh, now everything's spawning kind of behind me. A froglock, a giant rat. That's funny. I was like running ahead of the spawns or something. Well, this is not going well. 88% to my 60, 82 to my 60% here. Well, I'm catching up a little bit, making some gains on this guy. I actually don't think, for the targeting circle, I'm not sure that I like this one that turns with the kind of arrow in it. What would be cool is if it pointed in the arrow that the mob was facing. Especially if you were tanking, you could kind of tell when it flips to somebody else. That might be neat. Maybe one of them does that. I'm probably going to eat it here. But I waited too long to run, so now I'm committed. I'll be too slow at this point to run away. Yeah, this is what we learned previously. Why we decided to go back to the entrance to Grobb and fight. So we'll take the death train, little death train speed run back to the Grobb entrance, and we'll go from there. After a couple days off, sometimes you have to relearn that same lesson, you know? I do think I'm going to change this target ring. Just a regular well, I want a target ring, but just the normal ring for now. I might explore some more later and see if I want them. There we go, another Froglock Tad. Try to get a couple of those Froglock Tad hide skins, whatever they call them, and see about that bone chip quest, because I do have a good number of bone chips at this point. Well, five bone chips that I can use to turn in for that quest. And there's one of the skins. Oh, and a cloak. That is an upgrade for us. So 2 more AC. Awesome. There's a giant rat coming in, but it's going to be yellow, and we just learned our lesson about trying that right now. We've only got a little bit to go, 20%, 22% to go to level 3, and then we'll be in a better position to fight those rats and work on that next piece of armor. We'll get our grind on here. It's so funny. I just can't catch him. That snake is a way better swimmer than I am. But, you know, I'm just a young swamp monster. I'm getting there. Eventually I'll be swimming like the wind and catching all the mobs. I didn't see any quest for snake skins, but I wonder if there's something to turn in. Sometimes that's one that you can find in the newbie areas or in the starting areas. There's a quest for some kind of snake skins or something like that too. Might be worth looking at to see if that's something we can turn in, get some experience, get some more money, although money we're not doing too bad on right now. Alright, I've got 2 of those Froglock tadpole skins, so what are they actually called? Flesh. Froglock tadpole flesh. Delicious. So I have 2 of those, and we'll take them and see about turning those in. It was the guy kind of by Gardunk in the starting area. There was a guy down below by the boiling blood that gave that quest, I'm pretty sure. So we do have these kobolds that come roaming into this area sometimes, and here we've got an equal level one, which is going to be awesome for our experience. How are we doing with our fists? So we're still punching for 8 damage. I'm going to guess that we've probably maxed out our skill for this level. Hand to hand. Oh no, we're only at 11, so I think we still have some room. I want to say it should go up to 15 at this level. If I remember my Everquest numbers correctly. I think it's your, however you want to state it, your level plus 1 times 5, or 5 times your level plus 5. However you want to write your math equation. Because if you want to be pedantic about it, one of them would need some parentheses in there. Gotta be careful. You don't want to get called out by the math police on the internet. The grammar police and the math police, they are always watching. And they'll get you. Alright, we're super close here. Yeah, this little area we're in right here, this little island is actually turned out to be a great spot, just the density of things we want to be fighting, so good to note. If you ever you're kind of looking for a place to park yourself at level 1, level 2, probably even level 3, you just go straight out, kind of just a little north and west of the entrance to Grobb. This seems to be a spot where a lot of mobs path through at least. Yeah, this is just non-stop. Oh, here's one of those little fungus guys I need for that other quest. This might even ding. We might ding here. We're 99% right now. There it is. Level 3. So at level 3, now that we're level 3, we're going to head out. We're going to try to go a little further out and find those giant rats. They should be at equal level. This one here. Even blue, equal level to blue. So we'll be able to find some of those and try to get the things we need, which, like I said, I believe are ears and pelts. Start pushing our way to level 4. And I think we'll stay out here till level 4 unless we completely fill our inventory with stuff or we get overloaded. And then we'll make one big trip into town. And we'll sell off everything. We'll turn in whatever we can for quests. Ideally, at that point, we've got whatever we need for the giant rat parts. Just kind of do it all in one big turn in. If we get the rat parts ahead of time and it starts to get kind of tedious or slow, I might make the run in just to see what piece of armor we get. I don't know if this one's we had the bracers that we finished out, and I think the next one might be for the helm, but we'll find out. I don't know what all the quest line gives you for the Beastlord armor. I do know there's bracers. I do know there's a helm. That's just from previous things I've watched. Wreck-It Rogue's video with his barbarian. I saw him get the helm, so I know that's on the table. And I'm pretty sure that there's also a Beastlord fist weapon, claws or something like that, mixed in there. I don't think it goes on long enough to give you just like a full set of armor. It's not like the class quest armor for the other classes that you get in the 30s. It's not going to be quite as inclusive as that. But it's going to be our best option starting out here, especially with us being region locked. I also had this thought about, we talked about on a live stream somewhere about changing the role-playing level of a character if you have intellect buffs. So, maybe in chat or in text chat, when other people are around, Greench might move from the kind of guttural, low-level, or lower intelligence seeming troll speak, or kind of troll and ogre speak, and suddenly becomes like more enlightened if he has any kind of intellect buff. I also wondered if that would be a time where if I needed to adventure out of the swamp, like the only time that he would be willing or believes that the world is bigger than it is would be if he had some kind of intellect buff. So if I wanted to, for example, go into the Desert of Roe or something, I'd have to have some kind of buff, and maybe it's not intellect. I'll have to think about it, but some kind of buff. And while I have that buff, I can I can move further out, but as soon as it wears off, I go back to, must get back to my swamp. But I haven't decided how that would work yet. For now, we are the swamp monster, and we're staying in the swamp. And all of these creatures running around here, these are food. They are for our gain. Alligators are yellow, so that's going to be another thing we're going to eventually have to deal with. It's alligators. I assume anyway. I don't think anybody's asked us to kill alligators yet, but there's going to be something to do with them because I know the Beastlord pet at level 9 is an alligator. I have to imagine that they at least tie it into, the alligators that are out here in the swamp. Although it's not like you tame a beast or something, it's a spell. It's a summoned spell, summoned pet. So you buy the spell from the vendor, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool if it's tied in with having to go out and befriend or capture. Oh, I did not loot that giant rat fast enough. Hopefully I didn't have the stuff we needed. I think they disappear faster if there's no loot on them, so... But rats generally have loot. Oh, there's something to target. Greench's corpse. Go grab that. What are you? A lesser kobold? Not worried about... There's no experience loss or anything yet at this level, so we don't have to get resurrected or... No reason to leave a corpse in the world. Right, let me pull up the map. So I think we want to be out more in the center. In fact, I think I see a rat over here. Okay, so actually, looking at where I'm headed towards this rat, he is out on the edge here, kind of towards the entrance to the Fear Route. And that's what I thought I saw before when we were wandering around, was kind of out on this island. I ran into some giant rats. So that being the case, maybe this is our spot then for giant rat hunting. How about these guys? Are these still... Now they're yellow, so we're getting closer in level to those as well. I don't want to chase that rat out there. He's going right by that fungus man. Well, the fungus man moved away. Okay, so we will go after this rat then. So yeah, let's see. We've got a frog lock over here. Giant rat, another giant rat. Looks like we're good here to kind of fight these giant rats. We'll just need to watch for the fungus men because we're not quite ready for those yet. Another level or two. What do we got? Piece of rat fur. That's not what we need. We need rat pelt. Oh, this one's yellow. I attacked it anyway, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe another fast ride back to the entrance here. We'll see. We're doing alright so far. I'm kind of surprised at how slow hand-to-hand is going up. Only 13 now. We can get up to 20 this level. Swimming's doing alright though. Keeping up with the swimming, and we just got to keep working that up. I don't know if Beastlords at level 4 get anything from their trainer. But when we get back to town, once we make level 4 and we go back into town, we'll definitely be checking in the trainer to see if there's something else we can train up. I don't really know if they get anything at level 3 or 4. I haven't been back to the trainer. That's something to keep an eye on. And maybe while there, try to note when the next time we need to hit the trainer is. The big picture target is to get to level 9, start to get spells, get a pet. It's kind of just going to change our gameplay overall. Or at least our solo ability at that point. We'll go up with the pet. Oh, these rats are social. I can't seem to hit this one. The other one yellow also. No, the other one's blue, so that's good for us. We're already beat up a little bit, so taking out another yellow con. Not what we want to be doing right now. But blue, we should be alright. Yeah, see, these guys are kicking our butt. I got that one down. Now this blue one should be easier by himself. It's just the combo of the two of them. We just need to be looking around. There's another giant rat coming up behind us. We know they're social, so we're going to back away a little bit. I think we're safe. Safe for the moment. This guy. Froglock Tad. Alright. Piece of rat fur. I wonder if the... I don't think the piece of rat fur is what we need. I think we need... I think it was a full-on skin. Or pelt or something like that. I'm gonna chasing down the rat. Never going to catch him. I don't have any kind of ranged ability to try to pull him in. So for the moment, we'll just chase him out here in the water. He'll likely stop up there on that island or somewhere before that. And he'll give us a chance to catch up and get him into combat here. Someday, we aspire to outswim the rats. Someday. Come on, buddy. You got this. Go, go, go. I think we'll just go ahead and fight this Froglock. He's right here. He's humanoid. He'll have a chance to drop something good. Oh, a shadowed man's pet. I don't think we want to deal with a shadowed man. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's these undead that spawn by this hand. A little higher level. Maybe that's something we'll come back for someday. When we're a little higher level. I don't know much about them. I don't know if they're casters or what they do. They look like they might be, based on those, what I can see very little of their pet from here. It looks like kind of an enchanter pet, so maybe there's some kind of enchanter mob. We'll want to be real careful with that. We don't need to get mind controlled or something like that. I don't know what their aggro range is. I'm going to try to grab this rat and then back up. Oh. Didn't get him with my auto attack there. Safe here. Pull this guy out of the way in case the rat runs later. We don't want him running right into those shadowed men. Shadowed mans. Shadowed mans, the plural. Since their name is Shadowed Man. Shadowed Bros. There's a few of them there. Wonder what level those really are. Keep an eye on it. Where are we on the map? Let's see. We're kind of just north of the Firot entrance is where that hand is. I don't know if there's multiples of those out here, or if that's a one of them. But it could be one of those when we get a little higher and we're looking to bridge a gap between a couple different levels, because there's going to be some leveling parts where we're in kind of a sucky area between getting out of the low levels and into lower Guck. Although I'm not sure what level the mobs are at the entrance, the outside entrance to lower Guck before you zone in. It may be that we can just farm or camp those for a while. Just chill out by the entrance. Not as familiar with what level those mobs are, so we'll have to test that out when we get there. For now, we're well within the range of all the mobs out this way. We are a little further north along the west edge, but I'm still seeing the giant rats, so I think this is still a pretty good area. This western edge near the Firot zone. Yeah, there's a giant rat. I'm not going to catch him in the water though, so we'll let that one go. Maybe head kind of southwest here. Froglock, he's yellow though. We'll skip that for the moment. Alright. Couldn't catch this rat while he's moving, but he did stop here. Ooh, he's yellow though. Kind Kind of don't want to keep taking my chances on these yellow mobs. But it's the only one around, and we need those. We need that giant rat. At these really low levels, you don't have a lot of skill or you know, things you can use to change the outcome of a fight. You're really relying on the gear that you have on and your just auto attacks, your natural healing ability, whatever you have. The only thing I can really push right now to help me is slam. But we are skilling up, and that's going to make these easier and easier. I saw our hand-to-hand went up to 14, so a little better. And every skill gain at this low level makes a huge difference in our ability to fight. The nice thing is that each level you get a little more health, so our health's a little bit higher. Pretty be cool. Once we get the pet, once we get a couple of spells we can use, since we are a combination of shaman and monk, we'll be able to do some things like, at some point, Spirit of Wolf for moving. If we need to run away, we'll be able to do, I imagine there are self buffs, and damage over time spells would be something that could be in the mix from the shaman lines. We'll get better combat abilities. We'll get dual wield, so we'll be doing more damage that way. We'll have the pet, which is kind of a persistent dot who can also take some of these hits for us. So it starts to expand quite a bit. You know, Everquest being what Everquest is, it's a very slow road of working your way up there. All right, rat meat. I don't think we have any need for rat meat. I'm going to run to the edge here and let myself heal up. We do have that troll regen, so we will regen a little faster than other races. If we watch, I just got 4. As the ticks go by, 4 again. So every server tick, I'm getting 4 health back. So it won't take us long. Alright, we are 90%-ish health, and I see this giant rat right ahead of us here, so we're going to go ahead and dive back into it. Maybe, if I can hit him. There we go. There's a kobold right here, and another one out there, so there's a good amount of kobolds in this little area, too, for getting experience and getting potential loots, because, again, they are humanoid mobs, so they will have potential loots. I don't imagine they would have any armor, unless it's, you know, previously we got, like, a cloak. But I don't know that they'd have any armor for us, as they are just a normal, medium, small size mob, and we are large. So unlike barbarians, we can't wear medium size gear. We are fully large, so ogres and trolls, it's another thing that makes them a little more difficult. Limits down your gear selection a bit. What we got? Hey, giant rat pelt. That's what we're looking for. So that's the actual name of it. Giant rat pelt. We've got 1. I believe we needed 2 of those and 2 of the giant rat ears. Giant rat ear, giant rat pelt. So we have 1 of each. Nice. Halfway there. While I was resting up, I noticed a lot of mobs pathed over this little island here. Now they've moved on since, but I think this is just a good area to hang out in, rather than running too far afield and finding things we don't want to be dealing with. So just kind of this little, kind of that little island, this little peninsula here, and then that other little spot. I think if we just stay here, things will come to us. Just have some patience. When I had just finished resting, there were, you know, 4 or 5 things within our view, but they keep moving through. So they'll run to the end of their track or whatever where they despawn. Whether that's at the guards or something else, and then we'll see the respawn out here. We got a fungus man. Still not right. I think 1 more level before we start taking on the bigger fungus men. Although we do have that quest to get those fungus mushrooms, which I believe drop from the big fungus men as well as the little ones. The hand with the shadowed men. Yeah, here's stuff starting to path through now, so the respawn's coming through. We don't want to take on the fungus man, but we will take on the kobolds as they come through. Okay, also yellow. Just going to keep an eye on their level. Yep. Right, water moccasin, we don't want that guy. Let's see if we can get close enough to this kobold to get him to aggro. Then we'll pull him over here to this little island. Get away from the fungus boys. We don't need any of that action. Oh, he's coming at us. Drag our kobold friend out of here. Here we go. Safer spot so we don't get run over. Already almost halfway through level 3, so that level 4 is going to be on the table real soon. I'm hoping that we get the other 2 pieces we need from the giant rats. Although at the moment, I'm not seeing any over here. So before we were kind of out in the middle here, and I'm wondering if we should just make a trip across. But I do want to give this little spot I'm in another minute because we did see a lot of action here previously. We'll kind of wait for a full spawn cycle to run through. Be a little bit patient. Another kobold. The water moccasin aggro. No, he's indifferent. Pretty sure that guy would eat us up though. So we don't want to be tangling with those snakes yet. Eventually we'll show him who owns the swamp. This guy owns the swamp with those big old meat fists. He might skip bicep day. But that guy's got some mitts on him. Got a different snake up here. No, it's all... So another thing is, once we get to where we can fight these giant water moccasins, there's a whole bunch in this little area here. I mean, look at this. This is a great place to come for these things if we want to be out here killing those. They're everywhere here. Alright, I think I'm going to circle towards the middle of the map. Kind of going east. And then I'll just circle back. And I'll include that little area that I saw all those spawns pathing through in my route. But it kind of gives us a track to run. Yellow rat. We're going to try to take it on anyway. Again, the biggest problem with these rats is going to be getting something to add accidentally. So, like, you know, one of these fungus guys, that skeleton that's coming across, or another rat who's social, trying to jump in and help. We just have to be careful. As it is, the yellow con is going to be, as you can see, a challenge. I don't think it's coming through on my mic, but my little dog is snoring near me. And she is 9 pounds of fury, that one. But she's getting older. She's 13 this year. I might have mentioned her before, but it's really funny. Honestly, if her snoring did come through, it's like a very small snoring. It'd probably just sound like it's some kind of swamp sound effect out here. Maybe I should have her do some side... Oh, geez, look at all the spawns happening in this area. Oh, see, I can't get close to those shadowed men. They will destroy us. The snakes are going right over top of their... See, I want to keep doing damage to this rat if I can before he heals up enough to turn around and face me again, because we can't really do another round with this guy. Just a couple of good hits would take us out. I just need to see he's gaining back some hit points. I need to stay in range of him, which I think he's too low right now. Yeah, well, we're gaining some too from our natural regen as trolls, but this is not good. I can't catch him here. So he's going to actually end up healing up to our hit point level again, trying to get that frog lock. Turn around and fight us again. Now the nice thing is, as a troll, just being a troll, not even resting, I get extra regen. So I was able to actually kind of gain some health while chasing him as well. So it wouldn't be quite as bad, but it's always scary when you're fighting a yellow mob, and if you can't catch them while they're running, they're just healing up, and then they turn around with the same amount of health as you again and tear you apart, you know? There is a rat down there in the water. Even Khan. Oh, he's on the move, so now we get the long chase. The long swim chase across the swamp. So it actually looks like the giant rat ears are stackable, but the giant rat pelts are not. I'll have to make sure I look around in my inventory and see that we don't already have one. It's a little bit dangerous. I attacked this guy with only like 70% or 60% health, so maybe should have taken a closer look at that before I just jumped him, because we are... This is a back and forth fight with no hits. He wasn't hitting me, I wasn't hitting him. We got froglocks coming in. I'm going to move a little bit. We are going to fight so many froglocks in this run of this character. But I'm not greedy about getting them right now. So when we get around towards upper and lower Guck, there'll be froglocks and I suppose spiders and some other things that are in Guck, but we are going to become intimately familiar with those zones. No, oh, take the loot, but no skin or ear. Okay, I'm going to keep heading towards the east. If I get to the far wall, then I'll rest there. Even Con, I'm a little bit low. If I see a blue, something blue, I'll fight that, but Even Con might be a little bit strong for the moment with being only 50% health. Another water moccasin, those things are all over the place. Although I would bet if we were hunting them, they would be, we'd never see one. How close are we to the entrance? So Guck is still further north. Eventually we'll make our way up that way and see what we're looking at for guards out front that maybe we can fight. This looks like it's the other edge of the map. I'll heal up to full and then circle back the other way. So let's just kind of go up to the edge here. Down. Get our heal on. What do we have out here? Another water moccasin. Okay, we're pretty much healed up. Get back on the move. We'll go a little bit north, and then we'll cut across west all the way back to the other zone edge and fight what we can along the way. It's going to be kind of our path to level 4, which we're already 2/3 of the way through. Not quite 2/3 of the way through. What are we at for swimming now? 20. We're maxed out for swimming. Hand-to-hand's almost caught up. Right on. We'll take that if we can get him at the right angle with our swimming here. We also got this. Gotta watch out for the fungi. Yellow froglock. A lot of kobolds, froglocks, but not giant rats. What we're looking for. Wonder if we've moved out a little too far for the giant rats. Hey, another one of those mushrooms we need. Excellent. I don't know if those were stackable or not, but let me look real quick. They're not stackable, so we'll end up needing what, 4 of these? I think it was 4. For the what was it, fungus dung pie? Hmm. The swimming does crack me up. So slow. Perhaps it's better to try to stick to land. Let's see. Oh, yellow froglock, but I'm right here in front of him, so we'll try it. We'll try it. Watch for anything else coming at us. We got a fungus guy coming over that way. Come on, Greench. Hit him with the shield. That's all you got. There we go. Little slam action. We're punching pretty good, though. 8 damage, 8 damage, 4 damage. The slam in there. Bashed him for a 1 point. You can't fight Greench. Go tell your little friends. Go tell your little friends. Be afraid. Monster of the swamp. Lord of the swamp. He's coming for you. Really, that nose is kind of a weapon. Take somebody out with that thing. Give him the crazy eyes, Greench. Right. You better run. Alright, let's get back to finding rats. Alligator's yellow. The fight against the yellow froglock went really well, though. We barely took any damage in that one. Some luck in our favor. Probably helps that we're hitting the max on hand-to-hand, and our offense and defense are higher. The alligators are dubious because they're beasts, and as a Beastlord, most normal creatures won't be aggro. Which is a pretty cool little effect of being a Beastlord. This is pretty crazy. I'm not seeing any rats at all at this point. I'm seeing kobolds, I'm seeing fungus guys, water moccasins, froglocks. But no rats. No giant rats. Kobold. Oh, a giant rat way over there. Well, we're not likely to catch that one. I mean, the experience is good. We're, making our way through the level here, but I also really want to get that quest done and get those armor pieces. Kobold. Well, we'll take them on. We still need the experience too, so no downside to fighting these guys. Just where are all those rats? Get him, Greench. Quick before he gets back in the deep water. This guy's red. There's a giant rat. Okay, come on, buddy. Get that giant rat and roll those dice on the loot. We're going to need... Be careful, Grinch. Don't hit him in the ears. We need his ear. Although I can see how the pelts could get damaged such that he has no pelt. I mean, I'm just mashing him with my fists, so... You know, probably ruining the pelt. Hopefully I'm avoiding it, you know, hitting him directly in the head for this fight, knowing that I need the ears, but I might be giving Grinch a little more credit than is due. You know, he's strong. He's strong. But he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's ferocious. And he's a monster. And see? You know, I kind of trash-talked him, but at the same time, he did a good job. Hold those punches, save those rat ears. You notice there was no pelt, though, so he did still ruin the pelt overall. But I imagine it's kind of either hit him in the head or hit him in the body, and, you know, he chose the body this time. Maybe on the next one, we can just aim for the head. I don't care how you hit this kobold, though. Just beat this guy up. We don't need anything from him. We want his money and his experience. That's right. You're nothing to us, kobold. Why are you even in the swamp? Get out of here. The froglocks that are trying to invade my swamp and take it over. They think it's theirs, but they're wrong. But we'll show them. What do we have? We got snake and snake. Okay, we don't want those snakes. See, we were heading a little bit north. No, we're good. That same area we were hunting in. What about this little peninsula up here? Any luck with giant rats up here? I mean, I see that kobold, and we can definitely go after him too. Well, actually, definitely. If he... Alright, he stopped. See if I can... Nice. Otherwise, we weren't going to catch him. Everything swims faster than us, still. I'm going to go first person so I can swim down. Do it back out. I don't know how well you can see that anyway, but... A little underwater fight happening. With swimming maxed out, there's no reason to do any extra swimming, so we're going to do our best to just get back to land when we can. See, what do we got? An even con froglock and a bunch of other froglocks around here. Okay. This is froglock area right here in this little island. Is that a giant... Oh, it's a froglock fisherman. Another froglock. A different froglock. I'm hoping it was a giant rat. Just need that one pelt. This guy's got a spear. Pretty sure Beastlords can use a spear. Oh, we got netted mantle. So we've got a shoulder. 1 AC. A little more. A few more gains there. And a rusty spear. So I think this is rusty spear two-handed weapon. The primary. 538. I don't think that's going to outdamage our fist. But we're going to look cool as hell with a spear and a shield. Let's get in a little fight with a blue froglock here, so we have some advantage. Let's see what we're stabbing for with the old spear. We're going to have, like, no skill, right, with... Let's see. Piercing weapons. Yeah, 0 skill. So... But we're piercing for 10 damage. Okay, so when we do hit... I mean, the problem's going to be hitting regularly, but it is actually outdamaging our fist at this point, because the last I saw for fist, we were punching for 8. So the other thing I don't know, this is probably easy information to find on the internet, is what's the delay. If we're hitting for 8 more often, you know, that's good. But I think for the moment, if we're fighting blue cons, we will go ahead and work up our... We can work up our piercing skill. Not going to hurt us in the long run. This looks cool. Get to jab him with a spear. What's this? Oh, Lanuga. That is a quest. Ooh, yellow con. I have to decide, do I leave the spear on with the low skill on this yellow con, or do I, and just commit, or do I go back to punching with my fist? I'm just gonna commit. Let's go. We're spear wielding Beastlord at this point. Swamp monster has found himself a new toy. Ah, he's doing well. Winning. Well, this is going to be a no good. That guy's red. We're going to run for it. We're going to run at an angle. Well, angle running in Everquest is the way to get away. I'm going to orient myself towards the south, and we are going to head towards the entrance to Grobb. So if you look here, we need to go south and east a little bit. Those guys are right on my tail. I'm going to want to stay on land or shallow water. As we've seen, my swimming is not where it needs to be yet to escape from anyone. Take another glimpse here. We need to go this way. So I'm going to end up stuck in deep water. I'm going to see if I can go over here and cut across without having to swim across the deep water and take hits from that red mob. You can tell we're getting closer. We're getting lower level mobs here. We're getting large rats instead of the giant rats. We're getting young water moccasins. There's our guards right there. You know, it probably feels bad to Greench to use the guards to defend him. He's kind of not all about civilization, about living out in the swamp. But he's not opposed to doing what he needs to survive. Swamp can be a hard place. You need to survive. Turn off auto attack here. So we're going to head back up into that kind of between the Firod entrance and then where it says Plane of Knowledge here. We're going to be in that area again. I'm going to head back out there. Look at this, looking for group channel. There's a lot of 50-somethings looking for group. I feel like that is a group. Although I do see a lot of people needing, you know, as a typical, if you've played any MMORPGs, you can imagine what people are looking for. They're looking for tanks. Which is what I play as my main. So I play Crushed-Em, my Ogre Shadow Knight, as a tank. That's kind of exciting for him. I've been sitting with Crushed-Em at about level 35 for quite a while now. I finished out my class armor quests over there, so I have all of the cool class armor quests that you can get in the 30s. The Dark Forge armor. And kind of started hitting like a where I needed a bit of a break, and I'm working, of course, on the choosing an alt series. And then I started looking at Beastlords a little bit and really wanted to give this a try too. There's no Beastlord on my choosing an alt series because, of course, there were not Beastlords when I started that series. But I'm still really enjoying it. But I think I'm coming up on wanting to dive back into Crushed-Em a little bit and start to find some groups in the 30s. I think people level up, you know, kind of make alts and level them up here quite a bit. And what can happen is you can kind of get into an alt wave where there's a whole bunch of people of a certain level range. I'm going to try this yellow rat real quick. And you can, you know, as you come on day to day, you're kind of end up grouping with some of the same people, the same group of people that are in that level wave, that leveling wave. And it gets to be pretty cool. You can make some good friends that way and stuff. I've got some friends that are still out there on the server that chat with me that I made in the 20s and 30s. Now, a lot of those people, if they didn't kind of switch off working on a separate project or leveling other tunes, they have made it to the 50s or 60 at this point, but still good friends. So when I get to max level, I think I'll have established some good friendships and be able to do some cool stuff with that character. And we'll see on Greench here. I don't know if, how tedious it's going to get at higher levels or at some of the level gaps. I think at higher levels it's not so bad. I know that, lower Guck can definitely take us into the 50s or at least 50 or high 40s if needed. After that, it's going to get interesting. How do you, what do you do to level beyond that through the rest of the 50s all the way up to 60? And I would argue you have to start, if you wanted to stick to swamps, you've got a couple of options. So there's the Swamp of No Hope over in Kunark. And there are some higher level things there that can be camped. Oh, this is not going to be good. Let me get this rat down. Come on, rat. Hopefully I can kill this rat before that fungus man takes me down. If I can hit this guy. Oh, I'm missing every time. This might be a place to remove the spear. Go back to my fist where I have higher skill. Come on. Oh! Okay, hold on. A lot just happened all at once. First of all, we leveled to 4. Exciting. Second, I know I'm probably going to die here, but second, we got our second giant rat pelt. Actually, I'm not too worried about dying here. It would just fast track us back over to the entrance to Grobb, where we want to go anyway to get to turn in our quest for the armor, and also look at what you get at level 4. What do we get for skills? What can we train up? So we'll stay in this, and we'll take that death train back to Grobb. Oh, it's down and then back up. Alright, here we are. Back at the entrance to Grobb. We took the fast way. Totally on purpose. Definitely on purpose. We didn't just accidentally have an ad because we weren't looking around. Put the spear back on. I'll go AFK 1 minute. I'll be right back. Alright, back. Let's make our way into Grobb here and do some quest turn-ins. We didn't get enough mushrooms from the mushroom guys, but we did get... We've got our pelts and ears. We've got these skins and the bone chips. The flesh and the bone chips. So we'll try that turn in as well. Since I want to make my way over to Gardunk and check some training, anyway, we'll be right near where we need to be for trying that turn in, where the guy with the boiling blood area there was looking for those things. Run through that conversation again and see. What's nice is in Innothule so far, we've still been seeing yellow and red mobs even at, this level or when we just leveled. So we're definitely good there for a couple more levels, which is a good thing. I think probably we're good all the way up till near level 10, and then depending on those entrance mobs to lower Guck, we'll have to look at, is that a viable way to make a couple more levels? But we'll play that out as we go. So we had I think you saw, or I talked about when I first started, I had a Malin's Magical Concoction, which is a plus 50% experience bonus for an hour, and it had 6 charges. And then they added in a 22 charge version, so total we'll be able to get 28 charges of that. And I'm picking that up here from the Priest of Discord. That's a 0 charge buy. And I'll bank that one along with the other one that I banked before. So we've got a corpse here of, looks like a halfling. Yep, a halfling came in here, probably trying to fight the guards. all I can say is too bad I wasn't there to loot him. You know what I mean? All right, Utak, we might be back. So we did figure out where the bank was. And you'd think I would remember something like that. And we'll get there. Alright, so coming in this way, this will get us back over to our armor quest guy. Or our Beastlord quest guy. I guess it's, I don't know if it's all armor. So far, it's just been the bracers. Oh, Steve Irwin. Out there playing with alligators. That's kind of funny. I forget what Carver Kagrek needed beyond... Well, he needed the 4 mushrooms, so I know we're not there yet. Garg, here he is. Hail, Garg. Oh, what was the... I don't remember the keyword to bring it up, even though it's just earlier in this video. It's been days since I did it. So, I'll just say Greench, his friend. I need to spell it as he did. Friend of Gardunk. Good. We ready to start? Ready to start. So we did the tadpole, and then I need the follow-on, which is learn about the beasts. Learn about beasts? No. Okay, well, here's what I know. Without looking anything else up. I know what he wanted, right? He wants 2 giant rat ears and 2 giant rat pelts. I'm almost certain that's what he wants. So I'm just going to go for it. And see what happens. Boom. What did we receive? It looks like a helm. Dark One's cap is 4 AC plus 1 stamina. Very nice. So more armor, more health. That is great. And does it look amazing? Let's put this bad boy on our head here. Oh, yeah. Let's step away so we can see it a little better. Oh, he looks good. That's amazing. I hope the whole set looks like that. Oh, I love it. Okay, so he said... You want... Okay, so now we know about the rat. That's good. The next step, we need to learn to fight like the alligator. Greench won't fight like the alligator. That is a swamp monster. I think it'd be awesome if I could just bite on something and then roll in the water to drown it. That's how I'd fight. But we've got our teeth right here. The spear and these fists. No problem. All right, fight like the alligator. What's the actual words here? Fight like the alligator. Greench wanna fight like the alligator. And he's excited about it. Best way to do that is fight alligators. I mean, this guy's got it figured out, right? You want to fight like an alligator? Go fight an alligator. Learn. You got to go and fight the alligators in the swamp. That's my swamp, Garg. You remember. Bring back the Mies an alligator tooth. The Mies believe you. Okay, so we're looking for an alligator tooth. I think the alligators we were seeing were still yellow to us at level 3, but we'll start looking at them now that we are big bad level 4. That's awesome. That new helm is great. All right, these were all spell casters. What was through here? This is not where the bank was, nor where we want to be. The bank was really close to the entrance, so I probably already passed it. Unless it was like this door. Oh, I'm like in the back of the bank. I came in through the other way before, but this is the bank. So for banking, all I'm going to make right now is the Malin's Magical Concoction. So we can deal with those when we're a little higher level, especially those level gaps where we're looking. I don't know if we'll save it for very high levels, but when we're really looking to bridge some kind of level gap where we're having to do like light blue mobs or green mobs to get through it, to make 1 level or 2 levels, we'll throw on an hour of that buff and, you know, use that to get us through. So this is not the area we want. Froglocks invading my swamp. Yeah. Back in that wrong turn that I like to take. Alright, so here's Kagrek. Here's the... Guys, this is actually... I was in the right door to begin with. I was looking for the bank, though, and this is not the way to the bank, but this does lead me back to my starting area, if I remember correctly. There's the boiling blood. So up here's Gardunk, and we'll talk to him in a second, but I think it was Keglari here that was interested in the ears and flesh, or the bone chips in the flesh. Let's see. Yeah, Greench wants magic power. Greench, wish, magic power. Innothule needs more children's. You show magic skill, or I give you to Innothule. 2 tadpole fleshes and 2 bone chips. Teach you magic. I imagine this is the quest to get random spells that you see in a lot of starting areas, but we're going to give it a shot. 2 bone chips. Okay, Glory. Also not a follower of Innothule, so, you know, Innothule, Prince of Hate, where it's at. These guys are a little bit wrong, but, you know, it's alright. We're troll brothers. So that gave me a random spell. Burst of Flame, which is not for me. It's a druid, shaman, or a mage spell. Also gave us some experience, though, only a little bit. So between the other quest turn-in and this one, we're only at 3%. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it in 2 more times. At worst case, it's some money, and it's a tiny bit of experience. And I can see that I'm getting some faction increases here, too, which can't hurt us. Now, we could save up bone chips and try to sell them to another player. So that's 2% of that level for that. We can save up bone chips and try to sell them to another player, but it's not, this isn't an area people tend to come to buy bone chips, to the swamp. They'll go somewhere like Kern's Tower or somewhere where it's all skeletons, and they can get a bulk amount, and we're not hurting for money with those guard loots that we got early on, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, Gardunk, what do we have that we can train? So you can see all the spell stuff comes in at level 9. We get block at 25, we get dodge at 10, 17 dual wield, we get kick at level 5, so that's something to look forward to. As soon as we level again, we can get kick, and we get another combat ability that we can be working with to chain, have more impact on the tide of battle rather than just choosing our foes wisely, which we're still going to want to do, of course. We've got throwing, fishing, baking, tailoring. Roll. Okay, so nothing... Anything unlock at level 4 that we need to train? Doesn't look like it. Looks like level 5 is our first thing. And what is our piercing at now? We're at 2. We have some points. I'm going to put a few points in piercing. Pop it up to 10. That'll get us started on this spear. Use this spear. I don't know how long we use the spear, but again, nothing bad about having the ability to swap out weapons as you find things in the world that are better than what you're currently using. Although I will say, I am going to go with... I'm actually not going to use the spear at first. I'm going to use a different weapon. I'm just going to pick any vendor here. I'm going to use just my fist at first here to get my hand-to-hand all the way maxed out, and then I'll swap to the spear. So we definitely want to keep hand-to-hand maxed out. What do we got? We've got a fine steel dagger. So let's just run through and we'll sell off some things here. I haven't seen any use for snake fangs. These spells actually sell for 1 silver, 5 copper. Yeah, not bad. Haven't seen any use for that. Giant rat whiskers. I haven't seen any use for snake scales, but there typically is. I know that there are spells that need them as components. But for the moment, I think we're going to end up killing a lot of snakes later. So why don't we just sell this for now, get it out of our inventory. I think the rat fur we could use for tailoring, but I'm not going to. I would, if anything, If there's anything left to fill out after we kind of get through a couple more levels, then we'll be looking at using spider silk if we can find some spiders. So giant rat pelt and giant rat ears. We won't need these again because we won't need another helm. So I think we're okay to sell these as well. Now the frog lock tadpole skins we'll keep. Maybe we'll want to do that turn in again. Sell off our old armor piece here. We've got rat ears. Sell them. Alright, we've cleaned up the inventory. And we are going to head back out. Back out to the swamp. Am I doing what I always do and turning the wrong way? I am. Clubs and junk. Nice. The Bashin place. Alright, here's Utak, which means we're on the right path. Alright, we are after an alligator tooth. Let's see what we can do about that. Our inventory is all cleaned up. We're going to keep the spear, and we'll pull it back out once we get hand-to-hand maxed out. Make our way out here towards, I think kind of towards that same area. We saw some alligators out that way, kind of center map, east to west kind of center map, and then, well, kind of all around center map, like right in this area is where we were seeing those alligators. We'll run up that way, and we'll just keep an eye out along the way. If we get up far enough, I kind of want to look at the entrance to Guck and just see what things are conning there. I know we're only level 4, but if things are already conning yellow, then we'll know that, you know, we can get there in a couple of levels. I'm kind of hoping, oh yeah, we can start making gains on swimming again, so we can get up swimming a few levels. What is that? Oh, somebody foraged and left some vegetables on the ground. So we will get our swimming maxed out here, of course. Fight some kobolds on our way up. Back to punching with the fist. Hit him with that big old fist. And now I'll see all the giant rats, of course. But we need alligators. So now the alligators are going to be few and far between. Now I'm hoping alligators are kind of white level cons in general, which means we'll get some blues and yellows, but something that we can actually pursue right now. If not, then we'll have to make the push to level 5. We'll pick up Kick, right? We're going to get Kick at level 5, which is cool. We'll pick up Kick and we'll push up to level 5 and then hunt down what we need. These guys should be getting more into the yellow and white area now. So they're on the menu here in a level or so. Like this guy, he's a water moccasin. That's an even con. We haven't been able to actually get an even con fight with a water moccasin yet. Oh, I hear something shuffling towards us. We got a kobold coming in from behind. Game sounds just saved me. There we go. We got some gains on offense here. We're working our way up. We're doing a little bit more damage. Like these guys actually hit you with a poison. I have a full minute of poison on me. That could be pretty dangerous. If I ever in those fights with low health or half health or something, that could slowly, over a full minute, could slowly tick me down to dead. What do we got? Snake Fang. And we got a blue kobold. We'll take him on. Now, since we do have the troll regen, that should help us stay alive through that lower level poison where it's ticking us down some per turn, but we're ticking back up with our troll regen. So there's some survivability advantage there to having the regen if you have a troll or an XR that have some natural regen. We've got Fungus Man coming in. What is he? Oh, see, he's even con. So we're getting there with the Fungus Men. They might even be something we can take on sooner rather than later. Now, this kobold may look like he did a ton of damage to us, but really that's mostly us ticking down from the snake damage. So actually, those snakes are an interesting foe as far as being at an appropriate level for us, but that poison, that's a real deciding factor, because even if you beat them, you know, I probably took half my health here just from poison ticking turn over turn, and then I don't have any way to stop that. I don't have any kind of cure spells or anything, so we're going to swim our way out to here. See, we get a couple of points in swimming. We're up to 23. 25 is our max, so... Oh, this guy's a... Well, we're not taking on poison anymore, so a blue con should be okay. Got our hand-to-hand gains, 22. Trying to get that to 25 this level. Oh, and that's going to decide it. We need to get to land. I may not make it. Getting hit in the back here. Strafing. Where's the land start? There it is. Let's see if I can strafe away. Nope. See, I'm already hurt too much. This is the end, friend. I don't think we start with death penalties till level 5, level 10. I can't remember what level it is here on Quarm, offhand. So for us, it's just a ride back to the entrance and headed back out. Got to keep my eyes open for those fungus men. I was watching them before when we were chasing giant rats, and then I kind of got complacent there. What I would do is just go to this wall here, the eastern wall of the zone, and kind of run up that way. Let me double check. We still have all of our stuff, so no death penalties yet. The game does warn you when you get there. I just honestly can't remember if it's 5 or 10. I've played a lot of Pantheon, a lot of low-level characters in Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, and in there it's level 5. So it may be level 10 here, and I'm just adding the two together in my head. But I guarantee I will die, and we'll find out. It would be interesting one day to do like a hardcore run. One life run. I'd have to play differently. I tend to be a little blasé about dying. I'm not that worried about it. I lose some experience. Oh well. I like playing the game, so it's just more game time, right? It can feel frustrating if you die to something dumb. But, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I launched Everquest, right? When I launched the game, that there are death penalties, and sometimes that part might not be the happiest part of my playtime. But also, it's just, you know, I like playing the game, so worst case, it sets me back a little bit. What I maybe dislike the most about death penalties is losing a level. I feel like that's harsh in any game. So taking on some kind of a experience loss or having to recover your corpse and get your gear, I totally get it. But the losing the level is so harsh. Like, you just got your new stuff, and then you died, and nope, sorry, buddy, you're back to what you had. Especially if you've been in that level for hours and hours, looking forward to that new level, and then, boom, you lose it on one death. Now, I will say, like, the harsh death penalties, though, like having to recover your corpse, having to, you know, Everquest is really harsh in that you don't even have your gear or anything. Other games sometimes let you keep your gear, your equipped gear, and you just lose your inventory, stuff like that. And Everquest being so harsh the way it is, oh, I'm gonna pause my diatribe there, and we've got a new item. So a mask, another AC for us. That fills another slot with cloth, so looking good. With those harsh penalties, it does bring the community together, right? The community knows, like, hey, if you say, hey, I need help with a corpse run, they're like, man, that guy just lost all his gear, lost his experience. His body might be in a place that he can only get to because he had all of his gear, and now got to go back and try to get it. Which, you know, kind of promotes people, like, since they understand where you're at with it and understand how harsh that is, they help you out, right? So you may get people that will grab your corpse for you and drag it to the zone line, or summon your corpse if they have that ability. And then you get people that do the resurrections to give you some experience back. And overall, it's a pretty nice community, and part of that is because they understand the harshness of it. If it was just easy to get your stuff back and dying was no big deal, then when you... Oh, I don't... There's just a high elf walking through my swamp. Well, someday, sir, I will note your name, and someday... we will have to end you. My swamp is no place for a high elf. I wonder what that guy's all about. I wonder if it's for some kind of quest or something else. This guy, this quest we're doing, getting off the topic of harsh penalties for dying. This quest that we're on, okay, he's attacking froglocks. Huh. I don't know anything about that guy, though I am getting close to Guck, so we will go check out that entryway. Maybe we won't. Everything here is kind of equal level or red. Well, this guy's equal level. I'll fight him. Which probably tells me the... Oh. Now we got two. Okay, we're running. So it probably tells me that the ones at the entrance to Guck are also going to be yellow. Which is pretty promising. Or yellow or higher, right? Which is promising for us, because I'm hoping to use those to get through a couple of levels higher than where we are now. Ooh, there's no place to get to land, so we'll try to run on this tree a little bit. Yeah, this is not good for us in our run for freedom. Let's put them up. Probably be okay. They're not tearing me apart. They're not red mobs. The one was a white con, and I didn't actually con the other one. So as long as we try to stick to land and keep heading south-ish, we're in good shape. Let's start to say while we run away, I'll continue on the... ooh, an alligator. Okay, so the alligator's yellow. I'm hoping that there are some in the white and blue, zone, level zone also, and it's not just they're all too high for us to fight. I'd like to spend this level pursuing the next item, whatever it is from that quest, while also working our way towards level 5 where we get kicked. Of course, that's after we run away. We'll clear these guys and reset ourselves here a little bit. I feel like this deep water right here, like as you're about to get to the guards, oh, that's such a trap for like new trolls. Right, they're like, oh, I'm almost to the guard, and then they dip in that deep water and it slows them way down. Okay, guard. Help me out here, buddy. They're like, oh, I'm almost there. He's going to save me. And then they dip in that deep water and they get pulled down a bit. And then they're like, you could die right there, right? With the guards not coming out to you. These evil race starting zones are no joke. Little traps set up to troll you, if you will. And yes, I am a dad, so dad jokes are allowed. Encouraged even. The more groans, the better. What's this guy? Little fungus guy? We'll go after that little fungus guy. As long as he doesn't bring big fungus guy over. Guess that one's still red. So those are a little bit high for us, so I think they're averaging out on yellow. Averaging at yellow right now, not quite. Averaging at the even con level. Got Kobold. He's still blue. We'll do that too. How's that hand-to-hand looking? We maxed that out, so we're going to throw back on the spear here. And, oops. Throw back on the spear and work on our piercing. Oh, well, we got that guy. He's red. Let's try to kill this kobold. I'm having some bad luck here with those fungus guys. Well, I'm definitely not going to make you watch me run another mob all the way back to the guard, so I will likely skip through this part. Well, as it turns out, a Spore Guardian is not an easy mob. So he was red conned and he was hitting me for a quarter of my health every hit. Here we are back at the zone line. All right, I've been running up that eastern edge of the zone and I'm having a bad time going up that way. I'm going to move more towards the center out here where we were before. I think I'm running into a higher level area near the entrance to Guck, and a little more density of mobs that we're not going to want to deal with at this low levels. We'll want to deal with that when we're, let's gain maybe 2 or 3 more levels, and then we'll be able to head over into that area, which is promising because everything out here can still give us a lot of everything we've been fighting so far is still worthwhile for experience, and that means there is more for us to do before we hit some kind of point where we're stuck trying to figure out how to advance, which is one of our biggest worries with the region locked challenge, the swamp monster challenge here, staying in Innothule and Guck, is that we may find ourselves in these, dead zones for levels. I'm really interested in seeing where we find those gaps in the leveling process just with these zones, and also, what can I do to overcome those? Here's one of the bodies I left behind. What can I do to overcome those challenges? And it may come down to just a long grind to get through. So we're a little east. I'm going to head a little more west towards the center of the zone. There's another body I left behind. All right, I think that's all the corpses that are under. So here's a yellow alligator. I think if we're careful, we'll give this a try. We'll learn something about alligators here in this fight. I'm trying it with my spear, and I know it's my... Actually, I didn't even look. How much am I punching for these days? I'm piercing for 10. My punch was still 8. So even with the max out hand-to-hand, we're still punching for 8. I imagine that's going to go up at level 5. So we'll probably see a jump to hit punching for 10 at that point, or 9 or something like that, as our skill goes up. It's a very, it's Everquest, it's slow progression. But I think we'll start to see those gains in our ability to do damage with just our big old meat hook fist. And we got a snake coming by. He should leave us alone. Nothing else coming at us at the moment. This is a close fight. We're fairly even. Hopefully, maybe another hit or 2 I can get him to run. Then I have to be careful. I don't want him running into the deep water or out to where these fungus guys are. In fact, I'm going to try to pull him back a little bit and see if I can get him to run and stay on land, where I have a better chance of connecting with him rather than in the water, because those alligators are fast in the water, and I am not yet. Oh, we got him slowed way down. Nice. All right, no tooth, but I didn't expect it to be that easy. But at least now we know we can take the yellow con alligators if needed. We'll do a little zone cleanup here. Don't mind this guy right here. This guy just kind of stuck on the tree. Let's get him. He's blue, so we should be all right at half health to take him on. Getting those piercing skill ups already. 11, 12, back to back. Maybe get some swim gains while we're out here if we're not already maxed. Got 3 skill ups off that guy. 11, 12, and 13. That's excellent. So while we're hunting alligators, this might be the level of kobolds. So seems like this little area we're in right here is very thick with them. That's another Greench corpse there. That, like I said, that's the last one, I believe. Pick up that one. Get that out of the zone. Or, just for fun, what we could do is drag it around with us. No, we'll just lose it. So in Pantheon, it's if you do drag corpse, it has a very similar mechanic. So here in Everquest, you have to keep spamming /corpse to drag the corpse somewhere. If you do /corpse or /drag in Pantheon, you get it's almost like you're dragging it on a rope. So you don't have to type it again, and you can just drag a corpse around with you while you do stuff. That would be amusing. It'd also be fun if I actually hit auto attack while fighting this guy, and not just accidentally turn it off. So we've got kobolds, we've got Evencon froglocks. We're gonna stay away from the water moccasins for now with that poison that they do. That's just dangerous. Plus, they're not aggro. I don't know if they're normally aggro, but since we are Beastlords, we get some bonus with animals, and they're leaving us alone. So we'll do a live and let live with those snakes. We'll just be snake friends. We don't need to mess with them, and they don't need to mess with us. And they're not social with anything we're fighting, which is excellent. Hello, snake. Snake friend. Good to see you. Got an Evencon rat. Nice. All right, we've got more piercing gains, some defense gains, even more piercing. Nice. That's catching up really quick. That's going to be awesome. See, we're kind of piercing for a range here. I'd like to be able to hit pretty consistently with that 10. Oh, giant rat pelt, giant rat ear. What do we leave behind? And a piece of rat fur. I think I saw, moving away from us here, an alligator. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, he's yellow, and I'm already low on health. We're not seeing a ton of alligators, so I don't really want to let him get away, but I also want to heal up, so maybe we just follow him and keep an eye on him while we get some hit points here. So I'm gaining 4 per tick when we're sitting. I've only got to go up, 20 or something. So as long as we know where this alligator is, keep eyeballs on him. He's not aggro, so I can kind of follow along with him. What do we have here? Let my health get all the way up, and we'll fight this. We'll take on this swamp alligator. Last time it was a pretty close fight, so I don't want to go into it not ready for that same kind of situation. Oh, got a friend. Grommack. He might want my alligator. He can't have it, though. What's he doing? Does he have a spear and a shield? I feel like he might be. Sometimes when you're famous, like known as the monster of the swamp, people try to copy you. I think he might be a copy. He's trying to be being like the Greench. But he's probably cool on his own. Grommack. Who's this guy? He's a 7 Beastlord. Okay, so actually, okay, he's got a staff and a shield. That's pretty cool too. That's cool too. You're not a copycat, Grommack. I was only kidding. You're on the same awesome journey that Greench is on. A long fight to take down these Yellowcon alligators, but hopefully we get that tooth and we can see what it gets us. Nope, just some meat this time. Oh, I'm trying to answer Grommack over here, give him some guidance. He comes to the wise swamp monster for some help. I'll even tell him for the helm. Okay. I gotta stop typing here in the middle of the swamp and get my focus face on here. I fought that froglock until he was hurt enough to run away, and I got jumped by this fungus man. Luckily, this fungus man is an Evencon. I'm gonna switch back to the froglock and take him down. Oh, another frog. Okay, he's blue. I'll go for the frog lock then. So I did make a little. I didn't stay in character enough here talking to Gromik. It was my first time actually dealing with someone on this character outside of just or being solo out here. So I do have to remember that my goal is to stay fully in character. So with Crushed I always considered any chat channel other than out of character to be. So if I'm talking in /OC, I can just be myself, be sigil. But if I'm any other chat channel, whether it's whispers, whether it's party chat, raid chat, group chat. Oh, another guy. What level is he? He's yellow. I'm gonna run for it. I'll finish my thought there, and then maybe I'll just kind of fast forward through this escape attempt. So any chat channel other than out of character, I would stay in character. So even whispers, when someone whispered me, it's always fun because it sometimes I think people pause sometimes and look and go, why is this guy talking to me like this? But it always turns out fun. And I've had a lot of people comment back that, they ended up really enjoying it. And I still get the point, the message across or answer their question or whatever. And that's the goal of Greench. And I fumbled it on my first attempt. So I will be sure to remind myself that I need to stay in character. Actually, I'm going to take this little attempt of run back here, clearing off these fungus guys. I'm going to take a short break and get some food, and I will be right back at it. Just be a quick fade for you guys. All right, back at it. Had some lunch. I was thinking about this guy that we just talked to, Gromik. And he seemed to not know about this starter quest. So when you first turn in your letter, Gardunk does kind of direct you towards Garg for some says he has some tasks for you or something like that. But that might not be real clear if you were just kind of rushing through that starter process, throwing it in there and then getting going. So I can see why maybe Gromik didn't know about it. Now, alternatively, he may have actually gone to Garg and just gotten the bracers, right? If he just saw that quest and didn't realize there was a follow-up. So I kind of want to offer him some help. So what I want to do is, if he's still here, offer to show him where Garg is for them quests. See if he wants some help and stay in character. Now the other question is, I think I sold all of the rat parts. Yeah, I don't have any. I have a giant rat pelt, and it looks tradable. And I have a giant rat ear, which also looks tradable. So I could pass him those as well. It's something he needs. What I should have done to begin with. Like I said, my first interaction with this character, and I didn't really think it through, but I should have jumped in character and offered to help him. And I would be happy to do so now. So I could, if he's wanting, I could show him where to go. If not, that's okay too, but... Awesome. He already found him. Perfect. No harm then. Even though it is my swamp, I'm happy to have my troll brothers out here living their adventures and becoming more powerful. Especially a fellow Beastlord. He understands the way of the beast. Alright, we are back on the mission to find ourselves an alligator skin. Or a tooth. Alligator tooth. This guy's just a snake. There's all these other ones out here with different names and whatever. Just a snake. So far, none of the snakes are a problem except that poison from the water moccasins, the higher level water moccasins. We want to be careful about that. We'll take this fungus spore guy, though, if we can still get that quest done at some point. For the fungus dung pie. I imagine once we start fighting when the bigger fungus guys become a more normal thing that we're chasing down and grinding through, then we'll knock that quest out really quickly at that point. Yeah, water moccasins. Although a good level to fight, poison is a differentiator. Kobold. Those lesser kobolds are where it's at right now. While we're looking for alligators. I was going to offer Gromik the rat pelt and the rat ears, but I think he's got it covered. So he was level 7. He'll be able to easily get those giant rats taken out. I'll hang on to those quest items though, and maybe we will look for a lower level Beastlord, who we can try to provide some guidance to, and offer to just give them those items, help them get ahead a little bit. It's not gonna hurt us carrying around in the bag, and we're not dying for the money, so I think that's a good idea. We'll just set aside, you know, the 2 giant rat pelts and giant rat ears, and just have those on hand. Try to help somebody out. Nothing, no downside to that. This would be nice to be a class that has tracking. That's what Beastlords need, tracking. I didn't see that on the list of skills, so. And we're not a ranger or a druid multi-class. We are a shaman and monk. But I think thematically, you could make the case that tracking could be something a Beastlord could have, right? You understand beasts and tracks, or only beast tracking, or beast tracking would be a skill, but that's not a thing in Everquest, so that would have been something they had to completely make up new, instead of kind of merging in 2 classes together, which is a totally different scale of work. Oh, we got an even-conned alligator. Awesome. This is where I got to watch out for roamers coming in from the sides. Gotten a bit unlucky with ads the last couple times I got out this far. Keep my keep my camera on a swivel here. What are we doing on piercing? Up to 21. Nice. Almost maxed out on piercing. Come on, alligator. Drop that tooth. No tooth today. I wonder what the drop rate on that is. The Project Quarm database interface could tell us. I might get curious enough to go look. We know what we're after, so I'm not looking up how to get it. I'm just curious how often it actually drops. So we can have an idea of what we're up against. Know thy enemy. There's an alligator. There's a blue con too. Oh, man, I picked up a fungus man tracker. Well, he's even con. I don't know. No luck out here. Every time I get out this far, it is just Fungus Man City. I don't know if they're behind trees and I don't see them or what's going on. We might be all right. If we get any other ads, though, there's no way. Mainly, I want to try to kill this alligator and loot it. So no matter what happens, even if I die, at least we know if we missed our chance to get, or we took every opportunity we had to get the alligator tooth. I'm going to loot that right away. Okay, no tooth. I need to go to a spot where I have good visibility. Still something could come from behind that tree, but best we're going to get right here. There is another fungus man, and we've got a kobold, and. Yeah, this is likely another death here, unless I can make it back to start without having to cross any deep water. And that's looking... One day we'll be strong enough that we will protect them. But for now, they are our protectors. Okay, I think we are back. I had some kind of craziness happen where my mouse got stuck in another window and wouldn't move back over into Everquest, and it started running me out into the swamp because I couldn't get control of mouse or keyboard. So I'm not sure what happened there. Everything seems to be working fine now, but before it could run me too far, I just had to kill the EQ game process, and I was hoping it would I wouldn't find myself drowning in the swamp or something when I came back. So here we are. Be quite the undignified way for the swamp monster to die, drowning in the swamp while technically offline. I'm glad that didn't happen. Make our way back out to the death zone area. There's alligators, but there's everything else out here. So I did take, while I was stuck offline, because after I killed the process, it wouldn't let me log back in, because I still had a character in the world. I did take the chance to look up the alligator tooth, see what the drop rate was, and we are looking at, from swamp alligators, we're looking at a 7.5% drop rate. So not terrible, but not great either. It does say that in Innothule there are a couple other alligator types, a bull alligator and a fat alligator, which I imagine are higher level ones that are maybe even further north. So at some point, we are likely kill enough alligators to get this drop. Right now, we're pretty much going to stick with the area that we've been in, the swamp alligators. If we get chased out too many times from these fungi men, then we might come up with a new plan. Now for the moment, I'm actually just going to kill this guy. I'm going to fight this guy. Because I owe these fungus men a little bit of payback. Got a couple of deaths from them, and as well as plenty of run back to the guard situations that have happened because of them wandering up on me. That's a snake. Keeping our eye out for more gators. Gonna have to kill them gators. Get that tooth. Swamp monster needs whatever it is the Garg has. That one's yellow. We'll leave him alone. Usually worth going after skeletons, but not when they have a fungus guy roaming right at them. So we'll skip that situation. If it was a blue fungus man, then sure, I'd try to take on both. But that is a yellow fungus man. And that is more than we are capable of at this point. Stabbing for 10 still, which is great. Like I said, I think with our, at level 5, when we get our skills up that next notch, we should probably see a slight increase in the damage we're putting out. Still feels very strong though. I know I've had to run and I've died a few times, but as previously mentioned, I'm pretty reckless about things like that. I don't worry too much about it. Easy enough to get experience back, especially at this level. Well, actually, we don't even need to get experience back at this level, so really it's just the time lost of running back to our chosen hunting grounds. I prefer to take those chances sometimes. Where are we at here? We are 60% through the level. We know we get kick, which is going to be awesome at level 5. We're doing pretty good damage. Kind of focusing in on getting that next level, and while keeping our eyes open. I think I was making it kind of going only for alligators as much as I could, but I think the goal should be change slightly, keep our eyes open, always go for the alligators preferentially, but just look for anything that is reasonable, within our reasonable kill range, and get that experience. You can never go wrong leveling up in EverQuest. A level is always going to be worth more than anything else, any quest that you're trying to complete. There we go. We've got yellow fungus man, but I do see got ourselves a kobold running that way, so we'll go after that kobold. They crossed paths, but they're going in opposite directions, so we should be all right. Here's where I think I get in trouble. You know, behind one of these trees, there'll be like a red con fungus man, who I don't see, and then he jumps out and just starts wailing on me. What do we got here? We've got a snake, a couple snakes, froglock tad. Okay. Yeah, these kobolds, though, they're right in that good challenge range. They're fast. They're pretty easy. No trickery. Froglock tad, young water moccasin. Are we kind of back in towards... Yeah, we came back in towards the entry there. Just chasing down things to kill. These are definitely more level 1, level 2 kind of mobs, so we'll head back out to the north. I don't like to keep the map up all the time. I like to kind of learn from the landmarks. You know, look for landmarks, look for things that you learn it much better if you're not just getting GPS or maps. And it is more of the original classic EverQuest experience to not have any map, right? We didn't have maps back then. We would do /location to figure out where we were, and someone would say I'm at this loc, and then you would spam that to get yourself headed in the right direction. And there were no maps back then. Now I know EverQuest has a map these days in live EverQuest, but in something that is time lock progression and you're in some era, this era did not have maps. So while I think it's a wonderful quality of life and not one that I'm totally against using, as you've seen, I also think that the more authentic the experience can be, I'm down for that too. Not to the point of making my life miserable. All right, what are we looking at? We got a blue and an even con. Okay, this might be okay. We don't get more ads. We'll see what happens. But again, I didn't see that froglock, so he was like stopped up in the tree or something. So when I ran by, he got me. These trees are trouble. All right, we're gonna get this. There we go. Got the kobold down, and we're on to the froglock. Oops. We did not mean to loot. Seem to be pretty safe right here. There's another kobold coming this way from over there. But by the time he gets here, we might just want to pull him. Yeah, if he just runs too close and joins right now, that's okay. I'm guessing he's blue, so let me actually get in his path and get him aggroed. More experience for us. Okay. Now we got a flow going. We're just in continuous battle. I'll look for something else to grab. Unfortunately, none of them are the alligators we're looking for. All right. Like we got some cloth pants. So what do we have on? Netted pants, and these are also netted pants. So a repeat of what we've gotten already, but again, it's always good to kill humanoids because you have those chances. Water moccasin. Let's aim up here. Starting to get into that area. We look at the map. Yep. Out here is we've had a lot of luck with. It's when you get over towards the right-hand side or the eastern side here, that's where we start to be overwhelmed by fungus men. So I'm going to try to stay a little bit more west, especially if we can see that to the west over here, we can actually get those alligators. Water moccasin, always a lot of snakes. This is maxed out. Oh, we are right by that hand with the shadowed men. I almost swam right up to that thing. This guy, he's yellow. Froglocks galore over here. Let's hit one. Let's pull him back. Oh, and a swamp alligator. Oh, he's blue. We're going to take both of these. We're gonna fight both these guys. They're both blue. We're gonna run over here away from that swamp man. Oh, he's coming right at us. Ah, come on. Try to get the alligator down before we die. I can't win with those swamp men. Their aggro range is large. And I thought I was in the right place based on how he was standing and the way he was facing, and then he ran off in this direction right at me. I'm gonna get this alligator if I can help it. Oh, geez. Of course, he's swimming, so he's too fast for me. Oh, God. I'm gonna pull another kobold. This is so dumb. This needs to go in the bloopers reel of how to play a Beastlord. Come on, kill him. Alright, there's no tooth. But you know, we survived every other mob in this entire swamp to get that loot. And here we are. Back at the gates of Grobb. Alright. Ridiculous. This is that low-level life. So we are maxed out swim speed for this level, again. And we can see we're a little bit faster than we used to be. I mean, it used to be like we were really in slow motion. But it's going to take a while to get up to a real reasonable swim speed. There's one interesting thing that Ixar have, is that base swim speed. I can't remember if it's 90 or 30 or something like that, but when you're an Ixar and you jump in the water, you pretty quickly are cruising along, right? And it'd be really neat to have that. But they are not the swamp monster we're looking for. And I do have an Ixar Shaman on my choosing an alt series, so I am getting some experience with the Ixar. Whereas I don't have any trolls or Beastlords. So this is pretty cool. This giant rat's actually equal level with us. This is one of the higher level giant rats. Alright, making our way north. With giant water moccasin. That's an even higher level one. Or maybe they've been giants. I think they're just water moccasins that we've been seeing, but maybe I have seen some of the giant ones. I just didn't notice until on that one right there. What do we have over here? Froglock Fisherman. He's a yellow con. Are we getting close to Guck a little bit? I don't recall seeing those Froglock Fishermen until I got closer to Guck previously. You know what? Let's just fight something. Like I said, the goal is to get experience while watching for alligators. So we've got pads. Let's take them out. Froglock Fisherman is yellow con. I can't see if that had been a fungus guy. He definitely would have aggroed. I can't believe that one did not. I really moved so late. But I'm not going to complain. Say, it looked like I targeted that rat, and then it went up a tree. It's doing something weird. I don't know if it's up in the air. Let's see how it's like. It says I have it targeted, but it's disappearing. Alright, we're going to move on from that. Yellow Fisherman. Even con Froglock. Although, this is probably, yeah, immediately a bad choice. Can't win in here. So many Froglocks. Where can we... What do we have? A blue con and a white con. Let's start with the blue con. See if we can get get through both of these without getting 10 more ads. I see frog locks all around. Oh, here comes a fisherman. I imagine we're getting that guy. Oh, he's far enough up the hill. Here comes another fisherman, another direction. Almost got one down. Got him. Got a fisherman coming right at us. And one that way too. We'll go this way. This is the game of fighting froglocks is more about spinning my camera around and moving. Oh, no, there's a fisherman. Ah, I failed. I failed at the game of froglock fighting. Is he... Oh, he's an even con. We'll stay in it, I guess. This is, you know, this is good foreshadowing of what it's going to be like when I start fighting in Guck itself. Right? It's going to be froglocks that just keep coming and don't give up. Alright, here we are. Dropped off some friends and made it back out here. Hey, look. Our old corpse. Got to keep the swamp cleaned up. Kind of came more from the western edge instead of the eastern edge. And I'm seeing a lot more kobolds over here, which I think will be a good thing. Still a lot of froglocks, but they seem to be the lower ones. I'm gonna try to stay west of the center here. I feel like I might have said that a bunch of times in this video so far, but I keep intending to do it, and then I see juicy things to fight that look delicious, and I always end up heading to the east and getting in over my head with 10,000 froglocks or mushroom men, fungis. I'll try to be better about that. Yeah, see, even there's a fungi man. He's even con, so I would fight him. You know, there's been a lot of running back and dying and other things happening at this level. Ooh, a club. What does that look like? 428. Okay. However, we're still 83% through the level, so we're gonna make that level 5. Even after all those deaths and runbacks and and shenanigans of pulling way too many mobs. Looks like am I heading east? No, I'm not going to the east. I'm going a little farther north than I usually go, though. So that will be interesting to see what we see. And some of these islands up here are a little more open, so you can kind of see what's coming from different directions. It's the ones with a lot of trees and then a lot of spawns on them. Those are scary because you can't see what's right behind the tree next to you. Like here, you know, if a fungus man just decided to crawl over the top of that tree, I wouldn't even see him. But if I can be out here, where I've got this pretty clear view of what's coming from every direction, this is a lot safer. I can see this fungus man here. Keep an eye on him, right? In fact, I'll turn the fight so he's in my camera view. And keep looking around. Now from here, we look for alligators, and if we don't find them at this level, that's all right. We'll keep pushing, and we will find what we need. And there are, like I said, other alligators that can drop it that are a little higher level, I think. I think there are 5 starter quests. I don't know why that number comes to mind. 5 or 6 from Garg. 5 Beastlord starter quests. So I think it will be interesting to see what we end up with from those quests. And I want to say, like I said before, I think one of them's a weapon. I'm hoping it's the alligator tooth one, because he said learn how to fight like an alligator, so maybe I make like an alligator tooth fist weapon. That would be cool. Got him. Okay. I'm going to maybe try to stay on this island, or near this island. Pretty open, it's pretty nice. I see a lot of spawns happening around it. Water moccasin, kobold. Got a kobold hunter, so this is a yellow spawn kobold. Let's pull him up to our spot here. Nice clear visibility spot. So these are slightly higher kobolds. Yeah, that one's red. So okay, see how we do. Oh, he's doing like multi attacks. Ooh, finally hit him, and it was for 1 point. Yeah, these are beyond our abilities. Where are we at? Let's see if we can run into Guck. A new way, a new place to run away. This is going to be dangerous because we're going to pass a lot of things on our way. And we'll likely pick up a lot of ads. But we haven't tried it yet. And we're still in that level range where dying doesn't actually lose us anything. So, I'm game. There's something walking near me. There it is. Giant rat. Got a little bit of a swim here. This kobold will probably catch up to us on the swim. I don't know exactly where the entrance to Guck is, so I am, in this case, using the map. Are we right here? Oh, we're right here. Perfect. These guys are blue. What are these guards up here, though? Oh, these are yellow and white. Oh, okay. Ooh, first time in Guck. We're almost reaching, maybe at 5 or 6, we could actually just camp around the entrance here and then have this as a safety spot where we could run to as we need to. Oh, we've got some people in here. So, yeah, these are in red, as I suspected they would be. Got a few people in here. They're all higher level. This is the ways corpses are still there. Shows you the way to all of the best spawns and how to get to Lower Guck. Even, and I think the one on the other side is yellow. Actually, now we're kind of stuck because now we're going to run by these and have to go run them to the guards to the south anyway. But it's all right. Why am I? My movement got stuck funky there. Yeah, maybe just coming all the way up this wall and then carefully pulling froglocks is our quick path to level 5. We'll keep our eyes out for alligators. I know there are alligators there's an alligator pit in Lower Guck too. I hope well before that we've completed this quest before we're in Lower Guck, or in Upper Guck, I mean. But if needed, we would complete it then. Alright, we dropped off our unwanted friends. We're headed back to the north, staying along the eastern side here. Try something different. We've been going out into the middle every time and finding ourselves in trouble as things keep adding. So I'm going to kind of keep the zone line to my right hand and watch the water for the gators. And then just look for, as we get closer to Guck, there were a lot of froglock spawns. And what I want to do is be able to pull some solo froglock spawns back and fight them. And the ones at the entrance to Guck were a white spawn and a yellow spawn. So my hope is that those are doable fights. If we really get in trouble, we can dip into Guck zone line, and then we know we're going to have to run those back to the guards afterwards. But this is kind of the situation I'm looking for right here. I can get this froglock, and I will angle run myself back here to the wall so something can't come from behind me, and we'll fight here. I'll move a little further north. Keep doing that. There's the water lanes here, and I have a pretty good view, and I can look for alligators. And if we see them, we grab them, of course. What's this guy? Fungus spore. So even here, I can see this froglock. I'll probably try to grab him if he's still there after this one that I'm fighting. This would be our quick but careful path to level 5, and depending on how things look at that point, maybe even to level 6. So I'll get this guy. But I watched a fungus man run through here before, so my plan is still try to waste a little less time running back and forth to the guards by taking chances and just be a little bit have a little bit more of a careful plan, just for a little while. Then I'll get back to making ridiculous choices. I want to get that kick at level 5, throw it into the rotation here. Even con fisherman. I don't see anything between me and him, so I'll grab him and then run him back to the wall. Got him. We have this shallow water here, so we don't have to swim to get through there. See, that kobold would have come by, and we've got another mob coming from that side, so we're going to move over here. These are the frog locks we're going to want to grab and pull to the wall. Those kind of the ones that kind of roam close, like this guy we're fighting right now. And this fisherman here is yellow. That's Grobb from earlier asking me about if I'm killing alligators. Definitely, when we can. Okay, let's see. This guy's a yellow spawn. It's not what we're after. What's this guy? Also yellow. We leave those yellow spawns alone. That was my biggest worry, is that I'd end up with all yellow spawns I was trying to deal with out here. Alright, I don't want to deal with the swimming. What was that one that was roaming across there? What are you? I think maybe we can take a yellow spawn. Froglock. Let's see. I don't know if the fishermen do anything special. Strafe our way to the wall here. 94%, so just a couple more kills anyway. Man, the yellow spawns are hitting hard now, so this guy's hitting me for 14, 6, 14. If I can get in those good stabs though, I am hitting for 10. Dash is a little less, or slam's a little less effective, but it's still a point of damage when I can hit with it. The stun is what's hurting. Yeah, these fishermen do that stun, and that's what's really hurting us. Can't attack while stunned. Yeah, the other problem with a yellow mob is going to be if we get them to run, it's going to take quite a while to kill them, and we're gonna end up with ads. So, might call this a reset here. So, yeah, if the Froglock Fisherman didn't stun, we would have this. It's the stun, and it might be a level thing, just our level compared to his. And Greench is down. Okay, I'm going to come back up to the same spot, so I'll catch up with you then. Okay, and continuing on. At 94%, we're close. We're close. Finish that out real quick here. Just a few blue mobs. Or even con mobs are okay. Not looking for any yellows. That's just going to put us in a bad position if things go wrong. Alright, we don't have any other Froglocks around, so there's some over there, but this guy will be alright. Alright, bring him in my wall. I don't think Lanuga defends us, but maybe. We might kill our... No, good. This is a safe way, but it's not the most exciting way to go about leveling, but if I want to actually level, then at some point I need to stop running to the guards or dying, or we're never going to get there. So we'll settle in for the grind here a little bit, just for a few percent. And then I think we'll probably do the same, something similar for level 6. If we make level 6 and those guards at the front of Lower Guck end up being more even con and blue kind of level, then that's a pretty sweet place. All right, we've already got a netted mass. This is likely another one. Yep. We could sell that for some money. All right, 96%. Let's get this tad. And we got a fisherman coming at us and another froglock coming from the side. This is why we wanted to run to the wall. Stick with the plan. Guy's a yellow con. We don't want him. Let's back away a little bit. Do we want this guy? Nope. These are all a bunch of fishermen who are yellow con, and they do that stun that we're not interested in dealing with. We got Frankie Fast Hands over here. sounds like a monk could be a Beastlord. If I can type. Frankie's a 42 XR monk, yeah. Right here we've got a fisherman who's even con and one that's yellow. I'm interested in seeing if the even con can stun us like we saw the yellow. We've seen the yellow ones do in the past. The yellow con ones. I don't know if that's a level difference or some ability that the fishermen have. We'll pull him over here and we will see what we can learn. Come on, Greench. Come on, Greench. Stab that froglock. That froglock is lunch. That froglock is food. Food for the swamp monster. Alright, he's not stunning us like we saw the yellow con one stun us before, so I'm guessing that's a level thing. Like if they're just a couple levels higher than us, that's just the stun from the level difference. So it's really not worth going after the yellow con fisherman. Just gets dangerous for no real gain. Let's see if this guy gets us. 99% maybe? Okay, we got to get him down before he gets to his friend over there. Oh, hey, that's the level. Level 5. Well, all right, let's go back and get Kick. I want to get that on our bar so we can get out here and do it. We didn't find our alligator tooth, but did make level 5. We'll get Kick. We'll have a new combat ability. Be able to push a little further. Up to 140 health now with the new level. Things are looking good. I'm going to go back to Gardunk, and I'm going to go ahead and get the skill up, and I don't know if I need to clear my inventory. Yeah, we'll clear out the inventory. We'll do the skill up. All right, I'm going to run back to Gardunk here. I'm going to go ahead and train in Kick and get that on the bar and set up. I'll go ahead and clear out the inventory. It's not too bad, but we'll go ahead and clear it out. And we will call it a day there for this video. When we return, we'll be trying out our new Kick with these crazy troll legs. Look at those things. Yeah, I'm excited to see the the animation for it, if nothing else. And we'll give it a good run out there, and we'll start pushing our way up. I think our next big thing is still to get the alligator tooth and whatever reward we get from that, if it's a weapon or otherwise, and then we're really looking for that level 9 where we get the pet. That's going to be where we really come into our own as a Beastlord. Right now we feel strong, but we're kind of what I would consider a bad monk, effectively. But we're doing fine. All right, we're back at the Boiling Blood here. I am going to try out Keglari real quick and see how much is this quest still worth. Although I imagine we'll get fewer and fewer of these, the tadpole flesh, because they're starting to turn lower and lower blue. So 2% still. I mean, I'm going to do it with the mats that I have here. I have one more turn-in worth of items. I'll take a free 2%. Even get a scroll to sell, so that's a little less than 2%. I'm only at 3%, so it's 1.5 or 1 in some amount. So not really worth going out of our way to pursue, but if we come in with the materials, we might as well. All right, hand to hand. Here we are. Kick level 5. Oh yeah. Why don't we give that thing a little boost? We have some points. Okay. All right, we're looking good. I'm going to run out to a vendor. All right, let's hit one of these vendors here and clear out inventory. Do that real quick. All right, inventory is all cleared out. We are going to go ahead and just double check. Yep, inventory looks good. We are going to get kick on our bar. We are just going to make that number 2 here. All right, I'm going to wrap up this video at this point. You guys can check it out, but I think before I go, I think we need to run out here, and I've got to see this kick in action. I need a target, so we're going to run out and find our closest mob, and we are going to give ourselves a first look at the troll kick animation. Well, first look for me. Who knows? Maybe you're already playing troll Beastlords, and you've seen it many times. I have never done so. All right, I'm not worried about experience, so it's just going to be the first thing we come across. So if it's a snake, if it's a skeleton, whatever it is. All right, here we go. Here we go. From our I don't want to be in the water to do it, so I'm going to get this guy coming out of the water. From our angle. I hit it, but I didn't see any animation. Is there no animation for kick? That's going to be way less exciting than I thought. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He does like a heel kick, like a pushes forward with his leg. This deserves a UI. Turn off the UI. Yeah. Awesome. There's Greench with his badass kick. I want to kick something else. Let me find another mob. Take this. Oh, I wasn't close enough, but I wasted the animation. Yeah. And wait for it to come off cooldown. Yeah. Nice. Kicking him right in his bony shins. Alright guys, that will be it for this video. I will talk to you in the next one. Hey everyone, Sigil here. If you are enjoying the Swamp Monster Challenge so far, go ahead and give a good kick to those YouTube buttons, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Hit the start, no looking back. Controllers in hand on the right track. We're streaming dreams, making worlds collide.